do a little bit of stuff like that. What is going on, everybody? How's it going? 353 people here already. Happy Monday. Happy beginning of the week. Happy semi-regular Robeytech schedule, we think. It's been weird these last little while with all of the summer vacations and everything like that. But I wanted to say welcome to Robeytech. It's about the most, I would say the most, I'm sure it's like if you could put our stream in a cookie cutter, this would be like a cookie cutter stream today. And it's nice actually to kind of be at that. We've had some weirdness. We had that crazy build just last week. And then we've just kind of had I had a friend in town and all that sort of stuff. Is it an old Jersey or New Jersey? That's nice. I like that joke. But anyway, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. It is super good to see you. I have missed you. I have missed you. And that's okay, right? It's okay to miss you, isn't it? Is it okay to miss you guys? Because I feel like it is. I thank you, Fam Wham, for kicking it off with a 7-month happy anniversary and all that sort of stuff and all that sort of things. But anyway, it's super good to see you guys. Yeah, and look at I remember when you did What's Inside PC and you recently did Septic. Oh, there were some people saying stuff. Yeah, we're doing some more. I have another Mod Monday coming up next week. I don't know with whom, but we're doing another Mod Monday next week, which should be good. So yeah, we got a lot going on here. And all that sort of stuff. I know nothing. Well, that's okay, Raquel. We're going to build your PC anyway. Raquel is here. We're building Raquel's PC today. It was supposed to be on Friday, but I had a friend in town, so I appreciate your patience and allowing me to go hang out with my friend and just do fun and just hang out with him. It was a super good time, and it was just good to see him. We went and had some Hawaiian, which I don't think I've ever been to a Hawaiian restaurant, but we had some Hawaiian barbecue, which was awesome, and all that sort of stuff. It doesn't seem like the sub counter's working because I'm seeing people resub and stuff like that, but I don't know if the sub counter's working. I don't know what's going on here. It's already going so well today. It just says 50. But let me check my alert box. Alert box. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's alert box theme. Let's go to all widgets. Let's test a sub. Did that make a difference? Robeytech subscribed and this didn't update. Okay, I'm gonna try and change the wizard. I'm gonna try and change this one more time. I'm gonna end it and then do it again. 50, 0, 0, 7, 20, 20, 21. If this maybe helps. Okay, that looks better. Okay, let me test it now. All widgets. Let me see how many, let me check my analytics. There's 4 of you. Okay, let me just test this real quick. Sub, goal, sub, blah, 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 blah. Where's the alert box? Okay, alert box. 1. Nope, this thing is hosed. That's awesome. We got some people subscribing. Yeah, this does not seem to be doing anything, guys. Anybody else know if their widget things are broken right now, or I'm not even seeing the goal go up. Yeah. Anybody else know if can we get somebody can see if they can look into if subs are down for the goals, because I don't need that. Yeah, thanks, Blondie. Anyway, so I had some Hawaiian food, which was fun and it was interesting, and I've never had that before, which was good. And so yeah, it was going. At this point in time, guys, the hype train will still work. The hype train will still work. We just won't be able to do any goals on subs. So hype train should still happen. All of that stuff. We just won't be able to do any of the sub goals if we don't have the sub thing working. So I don't know what's going on or why it's not working. I can try this real quick. Let me go to. We have another one here. One sec. Let me do something. Let's do some real life. Do some real life figuring things out here, guys. Hold on. Let me see what I can do here. Those are not going to help me. Let's see if they can do anything like that. There is. I don't know if it's got all. It does have stuff, but I don't know. Create blank overlay. Let's see what happens here. Okay, and let's see. Add widget. Let's go to. I'm just gonna see if this is even a thing. Right. Oh, this is not something I'm just gonna figure out right now. Oh, here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna do, this sometimes helps, hold on. Let's watch this whole thing. Okay, I'm gonna log back in, go to Twitch. See what happens. See if this works now. All widgets, sub goal, oh, alert box. Okay, let's try this again. Sometimes this stuff actually helps. Oh, there it goes, it's working. Okay, let me see how many we have. We have 5 already. Okay, here we go, I figured it out. Don't know what's going on there, but we got it figured out. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, got it. It's all fine now. Okay. So nice to see GPUs in stock on Newegg. Wow, I came back to that. Where did you see GPU? So here's what I've seen. I've seen pretty much if you really wanted to go get an AMD, you know, 5,000, or sorry, an AMD 6,000 GPU, those seem to be pretty easy to get. Like if you wanted to go to Micro Center, they're on sale right now at Newegg. Like getting AMD GPUs is actually pretty easy. They are incredibly costly because of the tariffs, but you can actually get an AMD GPU, which is good. I haven't seen forever, hey, nice debunked. I haven't, however, seen a ton of 3000 series cards in stock. Yeah, I do too, Tigger. But we haven't seen a lot of those show up in stock, and so that has been an issue. And going from there. Don't worry, we will get to the PC building, guys. There is a rhythm to this stuff. But I also want to interact. Like I don't just do this just so you guys can watch. I mean, again, there are streamers who just stream and build PCs and like zero interaction, and then the people just watch them mindlessly. And then mine is a show. So this is an entertainment experience, guys. An entertainment series stuff. Yeah, it's like I know Tom this guy Tom ended up going to get one as well, and then ended up showing up and totally had, like, he was like, hey, do you want any 6,000 series cards? And it was like, with their new FSR stuff and everything like that, I think there's gonna be a time. I just wish they weren't so bloomin' expensive. I mean, they're really expensive. Okay, nice, welcome Krillin, well, welcome. I'm glad to get him. I'm going from there. So, I'm excited about that. And they don't tease hot tub builds. Oh, who doesn't? I don't know who it is. Oh, okay, well, PC Building Simulator does actually teach you a bit about PC Building Simulator. Hey, Grouchy Trucker, thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. He's got a build coming up. PC Building Simulator does teach you a little bit about building a PC, so that's actually not a bad idea. I like that idea. Cappy, welcome to the family. Resubscribing for 2 months. Appreciate it. And the stream's going to be awesome. You guys are going to have a good time. Have you tried turning? Thank you. That is true. Turning it off and that's exactly what I did. I turned it off and turned it back on again. That was AKA did you log out and log back in again? But that's what I did. So that is that's what I essentially did. What's up, Knickers? How are you, man? Oh, nice bullet hole. I like that. Yeah. I may do a fake just for the heck of it. You know, hot tub stream just to make fun of it, but don't worry, we won't actually have water in that. We'll figure it out within it. Do I have an, I got an extra at 37, was going to use it, but scored a 3070. Hey, Joker and TX, reach out to me in DM, and I'll pick that up off of you as long as it's retail. But yeah, you can DM them. Why do you hate USB 3.2, and can you tell it to its face to face? So Tinted Bobcat Games asking, why do I hate how difficult that connection is. And a lot of times, because when you're hooking it up, there are some opportunities for you to hook it up earlier, but a lot of times the ability to bend pins on that specific connector is a pain. So that's the problem. Mineral oil, there we go. That's what we need to do. 3990X is do some mineral oil stuff. I'm going for that. And I'm excited about today. Okay, guys, well, let's talk a little bit about it. Let's go through the giveaways first, because I know a lot of people who are here are new to this and like, hey, how do the giveaways work? It's pretty straightforward. The way this works is we have three giveaways that happen during the show. The first and foremost one that we have is if we get 2 level 5 hype trains, which happen only on Twitch. There's one that's focused on Twitch and one that focuses on YouTube. So, because we want to celebrate both the communities. On the Twitch side, if we get 2 level 5 hype trains, the way that works is if we get a bunch of subscribers and then it'll do a hype train, and then you can do bits and all that sort of stuff. We get 2 level 5s, we'll give away a 500 gig NVMe SSD to a lucky winner here on Twitch. Anybody can enter, by the way. Anybody can enter, but Twitch basically activates it. If we get 2 of those in the stream, we'll give away a 500 gig NVMe. Given how many less people we've had on YouTube, we get 600 likes on the YouTube video, just because we're having the summer slump right now and a lot of people are out doing vacation, all that sort of stuff. We get 600 likes on the YouTube channel, on the YouTube video, then we'll also give away another 500 gig NVMe SSD. And I Am Eklo is here. Man, I love him. It's so good. I saw his wife was playing, he and his wife were playing golf, and I was like, yes, I love Eklo. And so it's good to have Eklo. Thank you very much for the 13 people rating. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that. Hope you guys enjoy it. Welcome from I Am Eklo. He makes music, I make PCs. Well, yes, he actually plays games. Jordan actually does the music stuff, so going from there. So if we get 600 likes on the YouTube, then we'll also give away a 500 gig NVMe. Now finally, we also down there, you'll see this $50 Newegg gift card. If we get to a 50 subs, we give away a $50 Newegg gift card. If we get to 100 subs, we give a $100 Newegg gift card. And if we get to 150, it becomes a $150 Newegg gift card. Now, we're running a special just for this month, just for the summer. So if we get to 350 subs, so we cut it down. We get to 350 subs, and I know my mods, we need to update this just for this week. It's 350 subs, we'll give away an RTX 3060. So if you guys want to do it, there's Hype Train starting right there. If we get 350 subs, we'll give away a RTX 3060. So 50, 100, 150, and then 350 are kind of the goals. We don't go any higher than that, at least for the next week. We're just trying to give away some 3060s to see if that's something we can basically make happen. So, which would be pretty awesome. Hype Train's active, so there we go. Here's your chance, guy. We're at level 2 right now. Let's get those subs going and all that sort of stuff. Now, finally, the last thing is, and this is for Twitch subs only, we give away 2 RTX 3070s, to Psycho dropping it like it's hot. She's super happy with her awesome build. 2 RTX 3070s to 2 lucky winners here for the month of July. The way that you get in on that is if you are over at twitch.tv/Newegg or youtube.com/Robeytech or even over at twitch.tv/Robeytech, use your free Prime subscription and you could be entered to win. In fact, the winner from last month, what is it, Carrie? I forgot, it's something gamer. Basically, he was a Prime subscriber, and he's the one who actually ended up winning last month, or she. I could have been he or she, I don't know. Anyway, so if you do that, you can get your free Prime subscription, and you're entered to win one of 2 3070s we're going to be giving away here in the month of July. Now, if you want to get extra entries, you can do things like drop gifted subs, like you just saw Psycho do. You can also do things like subscribing at Tier 2 and Tier 3. That actually gets you a bunch of extra entries versus just, I think it's like 10 for Tier 2 and 15 for Tier 3. So if you want to do that, you can upgrade your subscription, and that also helps as well. So give away 2 RTX 3070s. We're about halfway through the month now, so you still have some chances to get in on that as well. A.B, thank you for resubscribing with Prime. Psycho, thank you very much for the 25 gifted subs. You're amazing. Harbinger, T1, subscribing with Prime as well. Welcome to the family. No, we're not going to have it slow down. Let's see it get crazy. It's not chicken resubbing 1 month for Tier 1, and that is 4 months right there. Thank you very much. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I was given the dissertation. But I do love you, and thank you for your subscription. And also thank you for the $5 super chat as well, because he just signed up for a build. What if you're Tier 2 sub halfway? It gives you the Tier 2, honestly. Blue Moon dropping 10 gifted subs. Louis G. Alleman dropping $5. If I change my motherboard for a new one of the same model, do I need to update the chipset or just the BIOS? Just the BIOS. Lewis, it depends on which one you're upgrading. If somebody from my tech team could reach out to Lewis, just ask him some questions. Appreciate the question, but I want to just make sure he gets it answered. For the $5, man, he's trying to get his question answered. He's like, Robey, help me. Gold Gaming, thank you very much for subscribing with Prime. We got Jim's 3 months for resubscribing with Prime. Thank you very much, my friend. There's a $50 Newegg gift card right there. We only have 295 more subs, and we'll give away a 3060. We can do it. 258%. We've had some low things, but it's summer slump. It's all good. I appreciate you guys just being here and all the support. It is a party here. That's right, Golden Shot Point. That's right. Thank you very much, Dyston, upgrading to a Tier 2. Appreciate you, my friend. And that's it. 13 months. We have some 13-monthers, guys. Some over years. Those really awesome one-year. Look at those great one-year badges. Drunk Vito, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Their Wolf 61, thank you for resubscribing with Prime. 7 months. We got another one. Zeisen, we already celebrated him. I got lucky with 30s, but I want a 3090 FTW3 Ultra. Should I try and wait for stock? Jonathan, are you on the list? You should get on the EVG list. When do you think parts prices will go down? Parts prices actually haven't been that bad. If you're talking about GPU prices, it's a mixed bag. We don't know. We think there's light at the end of the tunnel. Prices are dropping, but cryptocurrency, it looks like a lot of people were expecting huge drops from crypto mining. Looks like a lot of those guys have moved to the US now and are just mining here now. Oh, okay, Jims, 1973. How much time do we have? I'll look at the Discord message right now. See what he says here. Oh, Blondie was hooking me up. Oh. Weird. Okay. Yes, update. 2400. Okay, let's see what else he said. Okay, there we go. Got that squared away. I just responded to you. Slay Motionless, thank you very much as well. 304%. Sorry, I just went dark there for a minute, guys. She was just letting me know that the I gotta fix a link on YouTube real quick, guys. The link on YouTube's wrong. We don't know why. I'm gonna fix that real quick. This is why I love Blondie. Blondie's just making sure stuff is working the way that it should. So we're gonna make sure that it does, because we don't want to get her upset. Upsetness is not what we need right now. Let's go. Oh, here, I'll get it on. Actually, we'll do it here. This will be faster. Actually, cheaper here. By the way, the Ryzen 7 5800X, if you are looking for a cheap Ryzen, even though it's got heating issues, right now it's like $400. It's pretty ridiculous, the cost for the 5800X right now. I know it has some heating issues and that's crazy, but man, for the price, it's like just get a nicer cooler and it's great. Okay, let me just fix this, fixing this one. Okay, we fixed it and there we go. Okay, fixed. So there we go. Okay, let's update our giveaway stuff and then go from there. Where are you? There it is. Okay, we're gonna go to sub goal. We're gonna end this. We're at 59. $10 from Lewis. I have an Asus TUF, but I want to get a new one because the USB ports move around the BIOS flash drive and got stuck. And when the computer boots up, it gets stuck. Okay, can somebody, Lewis G. Ailman, I don't know if anybody from my tech team can reach out to him. Let's get your question answered, man. Thank you for the $15, by the way. Okay, $100 new A gift card. Let's just check our stats because everything's been weird. Okay, there we go. All widgets. Sub goal. Okay. There we go. Okay, all fixed. Is a 10600K and a 6700 XT fine? Yes, it is. It is. Oh man. Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about so we've gotten through the giveaways. Let's talk a little bit about what's happening today on the show. We're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to have 2 times where we're going to basically, I'm probably going to save the CD key deals and the deal run through for about halfway through the show versus doing it at the beginning, just because we actually want more people on the show and more people to basically enjoy it, talking about the deals. So we're going to do that a little bit later, just to get some additional stuff. So again, I'm going to talk about the build and the build parts. We'll start the build, and then when we get to the point where we finish the AIO, we'll take a break and run through the deals and all that stuff midway through the show instead. It just feels like it's going to be a little bit better, and we want to do what's best for the sponsors because they help a lot in terms of running and financing the show as well. I did want to say, just to talk a little bit about what's happening this week. So we'll go through the parts build, but what's happening this week, we're going to be checking out one of my favorite case companies, but they're trying to redeem themselves. We're going to be looking at one of the Montech Air 100 built case on Wednesday. We also have, we're supposed to have two more builds that are supposed to get done this week. I have 2 commission builds that we're supposed to actually potentially finish this week too. Both of them are having shipping issues, so I'll reach out to them individually, but one of them will get done this week, and that is the plan for this week. Then Monday kicks off on Monday, and then we'll go back into a regular schedule after that. So that's the plan for the rest of the week as well. We do actually have one video coming out that'll come out tomorrow. That one's on basically the basically streaming with a 1080 Ti. You'd be pretty impressed. So there's some great things. I know right now even 1080 Ti's are pretty pricey, but if you want to get into streaming, there's an opportunity there with high-end CPUs and something like a 10,000 series GPU to basically still run at 120 FPS plus. In both single player and other games as well. Hey, thank you very much, Hollis Nelson. Thank you for the $10. Also, we got one other super chat. I don't know what that denomination is, but also watching your channel for a while. Love from Denmark. Thank you very much, Assist Official. I appreciate you as well, man. That's huge. All of you guys. So anyway, just want to let you guys know that's the plan for the week, and those are things that are going on there. Let's talk a little bit about the build today. Who wants to talk about the build we're doing today? It's like, here's my thing, guys. I want to take a moment because I love this build. I love this build for a couple reasons. I love this build specifically because it's a great airflow build. It's got great temps. The 4000D, in fact, if you watched it, went and watched our Intel giveaway video, you can see how the 4000D does. It's just a great case. It's also extremely inexpensive at $94. There's a sub $100 airflow case. The other thing I really like about this is like that just ideal build. Like if you're talking about if you're just like, I want a workhorse build that is gonna last a while, does 1440p like a boss, can do some 4K gaming if I really wanted to, and just all in all the components just work very well together. This build is about as cookie cutter as you can get from that stuff. And and it's a lot of times you look at pre-builds. I wish that there was a pre-built version of this system, because this would be a great system for any person to just basically go. Like this is like the cookie cutter $2,500 build that I think anybody should build. So let's talk a little bit about the parts that are going into this and why I like it so much. Number one, first and foremost, CPU. This is the only one that's kind of a little bit dodgy just because of the cost. But again, given how inexpensive it is, the Ryzen 7 5800X is just a heck of a deal. It's got cooling issues. The AIO that I have will cool it, but it runs hot. It's just a hot freaking CPU. We're going to start with the Ryzen 7 5800X. You got that right here. And this is basically your great 8-core, 16-thread CPU. It's absolutely great, and outside of the heating issues, but in terms as a gaming CPU, as a workhorse CPU, you get a lot for $400, both on Amazon. I think it's $406 on Amazon, $409 on Newegg right now. Because we have to cool this thing, and just because I really like this cooler, it's easy to mount. And because it works so well with everything else Corsair and with ASUS, which is what we're using for the motherboard, we're going to use the iQOO H100i Elite Capellix. 240 millimeter AIO maglev. They're maglev plus fans, so they're actually not the standard fans you'd basically get inside of a like you buy like ML120 Pros. These are actually different. It's got a built-in hub, which allows it to support up to 6 fans. So anytime I basically choose Corsair, like I do a Corsair case, I have a tendency to do Corsair components, mainly because iQOO makes it really easy for all this stuff to work together. So changing your lighting, all of that stuff is really easy. And the ML fans are more than good enough, very adequate in terms of cooling, and they look good. So you get the looks, you get the performance, and you basically get just ease of use, because you don't have to install 50 bajillion programs to make this work. So there is our cooling for that stuff. For our RAM, just because, again, we want to stay in the same ecosystem, you only have to install iQOO. You don't even need to, you're going to install iQOO, you're going to install Armoury Crate, and you're going to install, if you wanted to, you could do the EVGA, depending on what your option is there. But we're going to use their Vengeance Pro SL. It's their new lower profile RGB RAM. We're doing 32 gigs at 3600 megahertz. It's CL18, so again, you've got some loose timings there, but in terms of, it's still ideal in terms of Infinity Fabric and all that sort of stuff, so overall, just great. And it all works with everything else without having to change applications or anything like that. For our motherboard, again, because ASUS Armoury Crate supports Corsair iQOO, we're going to use the ROG Strix B550F. This is the non-Wi-Fi version of this particular build, this particular board. It is on sale. I think it's on sale right now for $199, so it's a great price. Oh, never mind. This is the F. This is the F Gaming. This one does not. I'm sorry, this is the wrong board. Let me see if I actually have the Wi-Fi version. I have 2 of these. I think you're supposed to have the Wi-Fi one. There's the F Gaming and the F Gaming Wi-Fi. Ah, here it is. Yeah, he has the F Gaming Wi-Fi. When you grab the wrong board, it's all good. Luckily, I just go into my supply house. There it is right there. So this is the P550F Gaming Wi-Fi. Again, works with everything within Corsair. Really easy. It's the top selling, one of the #1 top selling motherboards. You know, ASUS ROG is great just for compatibility, RAM compatibility, and they just make great boards and they look great, which is also really nice about that stuff. For our power supply, I love these EVGA. You guys see me use them absolutely a lot. I switch between EVGA. I have a tendency to do NZXT a lot as well. But one of the things I really like about the GA is that it's $114 right now. And for a 750 watt power supply, $114 is a pretty dang good price. So $114 has more than enough power to basically handle our 3070 Ti that we're gonna be putting inside of the system. Yeah, there's nothing else I can say about it. They're just workhorse, absolutely, and they're gold certified, which means you're getting efficiency as well. For our storage, because I use these almost all the time, our WD Black SN750 1 terabyte NVMe's. It's funny, $149. They have the 750 SE now, which is like their PCIe Gen 4 version if you wanted to get just a little bit faster. But all in all, for price and performance, these are some of the best NVMe SSDs on the planet. I know no issues with them at all. I love Seagate NVMe's as well. Problem is the Seagate NVMe's have a tendency to be just that much more expensive, but they come with warranties and a bunch of things like that, which just for gaming and for the average person, somebody like that's not really going to need. So there's our storage, and then finally for our GPU. Oh, I have the wrong one. It's not a 3070 Ti, guys. He's actually using an RTX 3070. So wrong CPU. Wrong GPU. I'm updating that right now. So he's using the EVGA RTX 3070. Oh, jeez. Okay, let me update that real quick. It's not a Ti. That's right. I want the there it is. Okay, so I'm updating that right now. So it's now updated. It's $100 less, and still absolutely beast. It's like you can't really go wrong with it. Absolutely beast of a system. And yeah, I wouldn't complain about this at all. I just thought for some reason I got it in my head it was a Ti, but it's not. It's a 3070. And it's still a For the Win 3. And we'll update that link real quick. Just want to make sure it's right in the video, in the thing. The image was right. It's just I put the wrong thing in there. There we go. Okay, and the YouTube video is now right as well. Okay, so there we go right there. For our GPU, we're using the EVGA RTX 3070. Again, great. Another $50. Thank you very much, Assist. I want to build a rig for CSGO. I've chosen these parts. ASUS ROG Z590E, 11700K with a Corsair Dominator 3060, 30K. That is for what, if you want like max frame rates, that's more than overkill. You don't need that much for that, but that's a great system in case you want to do anything else, Assist. And there we go right there. We got the RTX 3070 as the overall, as his GPU right there. So yeah, that's going to... I'm pairing this build pretty much with 3070 FE. Yes, it should be absolutely fine. Yes, that is... You don't need the... Yes, the 360 version of the AIO would be totally good here too. Yeah, you can run CSGO on your toaster. That is true, I'm Ciso. But if you want to run it at like just crazy frame rates, that's something that you can do with from there. A white motherboard that's compatible with Ryzen. Right now, your options are the B550 white from ASUS. There's not a ton in there. Coyotastic, I have a couple. I have a couple. What do you call a chameleon who can't change colors? What do you call a chameleon who can't change colors? What do you call it? What's the thing? He's got an erectile dysfunction. He's got an erectile dysfunction. It's not, Alex, it's Wi-Fi, not the non-Wi-Fi. It actually is Wi-Fi, Alex. I like that one a lot. I like. He's got an erectile dysfunction. There you go. Okay, so let's put the parts away and then we'll start the build here in just a section. I'm trying to think of what the other one was, and now I forgot it. Dang it! I thought I would remember it, and I don't. I had two that were ready for memory, and now I can't remember them. Canceled. Nice, Edwin. Hey, Jay Snatches, don't worry, we just started. You're all good. You didn't miss anything. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Yeah, don't be sad. It's gonna be fine. You're just on time. There was one other one, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh man. I was specifically told myself, you need to remember this because I liked that joke a lot, and now I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. They do not have the. They do have. That's another one. That's actually a good one as well. As the white gigabyte vision is also another one. I like Strix. Theotastic. The main reason I like Strix is because Strix has a tendency to just have better software armory crate over Gaming Center. But let me be honest. Like, I really love the MSI Tomahawk X570 boards, and and the problem is that the good thing is their software continues to get better. It depends, Squirtle. Sometimes it's hit or miss. That's the problem. So, yeah, that's the problem. Is there chat? Yes, Rillenden. I can see Newegg chat, YouTube chat, and I can see my Twitch chat. So I can see all of the chats all at the same time. So right now on I don't even know how many people are on YouTube. Let me just say I'll give you guys a breakdown. Right now we have about 360 people. 273 people hanging out on YouTube. There's 361 people hanging out on my Twitch. There's 63 people on the YouTube Twitch. On the Newegg Twitch, and then there's one Facebook faithful. So, the PC's right here, man. We're getting ready to build it. Do you think the MSI B550 Gaming Edge? I haven't used it, Monk, so 560, so I haven't had a chance to do that. So, Not, I haven't even started yet. Return on, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I'd love to have it on thing. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get the build started. So we're gonna grab all of our build components for our CPU and motherboard and everything else. This is all the stuff that goes in the Mobo. And I'm excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, don't forget to like the YouTube video because it does a giveaway. And don't forget, guys, 350 subs today. 350, we're at 64. We get 350 subs today. You know what? I need to find my knife. I've only got the dinky knife. If I get 350 subs, guys, we'll give away a 3060. But still, we have other ones in between. I want my knife. I don't know what happened to it. Gotta be around here somewhere. We were opening something and then it disappeared. What if I got put? My nice Robeytech knife. Where is it? This. There's nothing there. All I have is my dinky knife. And then everybody's making fun of me because of my dinky knife last week. What if I got put in here, maybe? Oh, not here. I can't believe my fancy knife disappeared. Okay, well, we'll use the dinky knife. Just unfortunate. Okay, let's open this up. Top down. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we're just trying to get a little hype during the summer months. What's up, Colin? How are you, man? Welcome. Just don't know what happened to I know we used it and then we didn't put it somewhere. We set it somewhere and now I can't find it. It makes me sad. Because I love that knife. Okay, we're gonna take all this stuff out. There's our motherboard right there. There's his Wi-Fi. There we go. And then do we have M.2 screws? There they are. Okay, here we go. We got everything we care about in here. Hey, look what I found. Ba-bam. Hey, now we can put Dinky Knife away. Nobody wants Dinky Knife. Okay. I have Dinky Knife syndrome. That's right, I have Dinky Knife syndrome. Okay, let's get this over here and let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, there we go. Okay, so just a quick tour. So some people don't know anything about motherboards. We're gonna just do a quick tour here of actually a motherboard. This is a B550 motherboard. This is a Ryzen specific motherboard, which means it only works with Ryzen CPUs. The thing that's the difference between B550 and and X570 is that on a B550 motherboard, only the first slot of the M.2 and the first PCIe slot are PCIe Gen 4. Everything else is PCIe Gen 3. That's like, these are mid-tier to low-tier level motherboards, even though they have a tendency, in some cases, can be more expensive because they still do a lot of other things because of the chipset. The other thing that's also different is that you'll notice that on an X570 motherboard, this will have a fan here. That means it's actively cooled because the chipset actually runs a little bit warm. On the B550, you do not have that. Those can be loud. I have yet to have an X570 motherboard that has a loud fan, but I do know people who have had that issue. So just walking through this real quick, just to give you guys a quick tour. Yeah, I should get, you're right, Edwin, I should get a really big knife. The sub goal right now is getting to 100. Right here, this is your AM4 socket. This is specifically to Ryzen. This has existed since Ryzen first came out. This will do everything from Ryzen 1000 series, 2000 series, 3000, and 5000 series will fit in here. These two brackets up here at the top are specifically mounting mechanisms. Like they do work for certain Ryzen out of the box coolers on like the 5600X. And then some AIOs like the Corsair and Cooler Master actually will use these to actually mount their AIOs as well. And there are others included in that. This right here is called your VRM. The thickness of your VRM, this is usually the thing that basically it manages the power that goes to your CPU. So the bigger the VRM, usually the better and more sustainable the power and the more it can do. So usually really big VRMs usually mean that there is high potential for overclocking. Smaller VRMs don't do as well, and so boards aren't as supported for high-end overclocking. Most of you guys don't ever overclock, so that's usually not a big deal. Up here in the top left-hand corner, these are called EPS power connectors. There's an 8-pin and a 4-pin. You actually only need the 8-pin. So you can use the 4-pin, and this is for like if you want to do some overclocking. It just provides additional power as you're overclocking to the VRM to provide more stable power to the CPU so it can run higher clock speeds and all that sort of stuff. Up here in the top left, these are our connections, and there's a couple here. First one right here, this is kind of light gray. I know it's hard to see on the screen there, but the light gray one, this is actually your CPU fan header. That's the reason it's a different color than the one next to it, which is just a normal fan header. Right here next to this is a 4-pin 12-volt RGB connection. It's not as cool as the 5-volt, but it still gives you RGB, which means it is really important to use this because the more RGB you have plugged in, the more RGB you have plugged in, the better your PC is going to perform. Right here, these are your DIMM modules. These are your RAM slots. These are for putting in 4 DIMMs. It's actually only dual channel on this motherboard, but it can support up to 4 DIMMs. That's because the memory controller is actually split between the two, so you can do up to 4. Some actually, like quad level memory, has more memory channels, and you can actually do 4 individual DIMMs. But in order to activate dual channel, you actually have to have at least a DIMM in either channel A or channel B, and we'll talk a little bit about that later on. Right here, this is your 24-pin ATX power supply. This powers the other 3/4 of the motherboard, which is like your RAM, your PCIe slots, all that sort of stuff. This right here is the worst connection on the planet. I'm telling it to its face. This is USB 3.2. This has the highest potential of actually having bent pins. It's just a terrible connector. I just don't like it, but hey, it's necessary for your front panels in most cases. Right here, down here at the bottom right here, these are your SATA connections. There's 6 of them. These are for things like hard drives, 3.5-inch hard drives, 2.5-inch hard drives, stuff like that. When you use M.2s, some of these will actually get shut off because there's only so many channels that you can, so many lanes that are supported on a motherboard. When you use an M.2 can support up to 8 lanes. So in certain cases, or 4 lanes, you might actually have things like these disabled. Check your motherboard manual for what lanes activate and deactivate what if you're plugging a bunch of that stuff in. That's a little bit of what do I call it? Almost AP level PC building, but just something to be aware of. It's not like if you just put a bunch of stuff in here, it's all going to work. It's actually stuff you have to care about. Right down here, you have 2 M.2 slots. M.2s are hard drives. They started out mostly in laptops, and then they've migrated over to desktops. They are the fastest in terms of read-write speeds. Some of the benefits are obviously incredible speed. Some of the cons are things like terabytes written. They aren't necessarily the most reliable if you go inexpensively. But most of the ones that I recommend, like the SN550s from Western Digital, SN750s from Western Digital, Barracuda drives, M100 drives, Samsung Pros. Those are all very, very reliable NVMe SSDs. In fact, the other one that's actually also very good is the Intel 670p, which is your in-betweener. It used to be NAND stuff that didn't work very well, TLC drives that didn't work very well. If you want to watch a whole video on that, there's a whole video on my show that just talks about all the different M.2 options. These right here, these are basically your plugs for your video card, for your capture card, all that stuff. You've got a by 16 slot and a by 8. These are for video cards typically. So by 16 is giving you full power, but for most, outside of an RTX 3090, you could get fine with by 8 with getting 8 lanes basically dedicated to your GPU. The fact of the matter is, in fact, I don't know if many people know this, but the moment you usually plug in an M.2, this goes to usually 8 lanes instead of 16. And then down here, you've got another one here as well. And then you've got some additional by 4s and stuff like that. Down here at the bottom, you've got your front panel connections. You've got USB 2. You've got 2 fan headers. This right here, the 2 most important connections on the motherboard, RGB. And then you've got your HD audio right here. So hopefully as we talk about and walk through the motherboard and as you're basically getting your build, that you're learning something. I want you to know, you're like, oh, he talked a little bit about that blah, blah, blah connector or that SATA thing or whatever it was, just to make it a little bit more interactive as you guys watch the build actually happen. PNLY XLR8 is the fast M.2. That's actually not true, Cleto. The Seagate Barracuda 530 is currently the fastest. It's 7,500 megabits per second. And it'll actually allow you to run 2,100, it's like 2,000 gigabits per day, or 7,000 gigabits per day. It's ridiculous. It's like the fastest and most reliable NVMe SSD. Wait, what GPU does it get with an M.2? What your GPU doesn't? No, it doesn't get as many lanes, Gold. In fact, one of these days you guys should look at, I'll find it here. Let's just show you. Yeah, because M.2, so there's this thing inside of a motherboard. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. There's a thing inside of a motherboard, and it's a map, and it basically tells you your configuration. So here you go in configuration A, your by 16, configuration 1, which is like saying, let's see if this makes sense. Configuration A. So in A, if you had a PCI, this is connecting with, this is the shared bandwidth one. So it does the by 16 2, which is here, actually. It doesn't talk about the first one. This one may not actually do it. But this is the actual page I'm talking about right here. So it says this is telling you if you have one, it doesn't say what the share, okay, so PCIe 16 shares bandwidth with EX1, EX2, and EX13. So if you plug into something into here, here, and here, this by 16 goes to a by 4, and then it'll go to a by 1, is what it's saying. In this one, in configuration B, your M.2 will go to PCIe 3 or SATA, your 2x2, and it's just based. So this is like if you want to know what if your motherboard changes lanes or does something like that, this is where that would get shared. So In certain motherboards, like especially on Intel, because Intel doesn't have as many PCIe lanes in their 11900Ks, that's where something like this becomes way more important. So. Is there a difference between the RGB header here and down here? No, there is not. These are both 12 volt RGB headers. The only thing is that one thing I wish this board had was an additional 5 volt. So going from there. Yeah, and Gold Game Man, you just have to look. That's the point. Like I was guessing that this one did, and then come to find out it actually didn't. Okay, so let's do our peels here, and then we'll start doing our build. But yeah, that's just a little pro tip. And usually the more expensive the motherboard, like the motherboard can actually add lanes with their chipsets, etc. Right? So there's things like that can go. Can it make a cappuccino? No, it cannot. What am I looking for here? Okay, we got one more peel here. Okay. Okay, so now let's go and pop this open. We're gonna put in our AMD CPU or open. Oh, I just like threw that at myself. Look at this super full box right here. You guys remember, I don't know if you guys remember this, but back in the day, I haven't made fun of this in a while. But did you know that they have like this, this is the certificate of authenticity, and it's like it's like a piece of paper that you can write your own serial number, and apparently this makes it authentic. Like it's like, I don't understand this. It's like write your own serial number in here and then it becomes a certificate of authenticity. This certificate is your assurance that the microprocessor you had obtained in the product advanced micro devices. Like, how is this? Like, I can just Photoshop this. You know what I mean? I can send this out to everybody. I'm just like, you know, it's not like fancy like the other ones. So recaptive, yeah, can somebody get, the link to the build happens pretty regularly and the links are all in there, man. So all the links for all these ones are in here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick this CPU in here. Oh, it's gonna go like this, sorry. There's a little arrow right here in the top right-hand corner. There's also an arrow on the, just pops in like that. Let's close it just like that, and there you go, our CPU is installed. Oh, now I'm gonna fix the, okay, let's fix the blurry. That was weird. I think it was the reflection off the CPU. Okay, so we got that in now. Okay, guys, click time. Let's see how the clicks are for this one. What do you guys think? I'm reading, Reladian, I am reading that chat. The channel that, the one that counts towards this is actually twitch.tv/Robeytech is the one that counts towards it. Newegg is just, I do this because obviously sponsored by Newegg, and so I stream my content to their channel as well. I don't have it yet. It is on the way though. It has been ordered, the new mic, so we can actually have Trey on the show again and all that sort of stuff. Okay, there we go. So we're just gonna put this out and drop it like waffles. There it is, that new Vengeance Pro SL. You think bad clicks, Dean? I don't know, man. That Crucial Ballistics from last week was crazy. Like, literally left it like, I felt it in my loins. It was so good. It was like loin level clicks right there. Who doesn't want that? You know what I'm saying? Poor loins. Okay. Here we go right here. You can see there's a little slot on the there's a little slot in the PCB right here. Gonna line it up just like that. Pop it in. Okay, here we go. You guys ready? It is time to find out if this is a good click. Well, it was okay. It was okay. It was okay. It was definitely not as good as the Crucial Ballistics, but there was a solid click there. It was a good click. It was good. It was good. It wasn't terrible. Okay, let's try it again. Clicks on mic is important. Oh, that was kind of weak sauce. But it looks good, that's true. Okay, pop this one in. Oh, that was good. That was good. Ooh, 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 ooh. Guys. 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 Guys, guys, guys. That one tickled. That one tickled a little. Like I felt that one. It tickled. It tickled just a little. Need a moment. Need a moment. Need a moment. Oh. Just gonna kind of walk. Gonna kind of walk. Because yeah, there it is. Ugh. Yeah, that was special. That was a special one. Okay, next one we're gonna do right here. Pop this one in right there. And there we go. There it is right there. Oh man, what is, hold on one sec. Where's my, and then, okay, so there we go. We got a RAM in and we're good there. And yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and put our M.2s in now. And get those in. And did we get that guy some help? Oh, you love ice? Yeah, the ices are good, man. I've never cracked MacMog. That seems like a good goal. Not cracking a motherboard. Oh, that's cool, Assyrian. So you installed it here and here for your RAM. Sound issues? What sound issues? Be anything going on. Okay, there we go. First M.2, that's gonna go right there. This one goes right here. Oh, good. Congratulations. It's awesome. Hi! Where did you find your GPU? I found my GPU. I got this one off of EVGA. So oh no, sorry. Someone sold me this one at retail. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? I'm looking for scissors. I'm looking for skizers. There we go. Okay, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna put in our standoffs for our M.2s. These are 2280. Just so you guys know, 2280 is the length of how long the M.2s are. So 2280 is, it's an 80 millimeter length M.2. So we're gonna be putting our standoffs in so we can install them. That's what we're doing right now. There we go, got that one in. We're gonna put another one down here because we're gonna have both of them basically installed. Yeah, a lot of reasons people do it is OCD. We have actually had a couple systems who we haven't put in all 4, but most people actually want to do 4, just so they can look full. It is like an aesthetic thing, and for the most part, most people are probably not going to use more than 32 gigs of RAM. There are games that do use 32 gigs, like Flight Sim, but for the most part, and 32 gigs is really enough. But I have some people who've done 2x32, so they have, 2x16, so they can put another 32 in later. But yeah, it's just a looks thing. Yeah, yes, you do not have it. If I do 4x8, you would have to replace the whole kit. Well, that's actually not true. As long as the 2 are in a pair, you'd be okay. They don't have to do, you could do 2x16. You could do an awkward set. As long as the pair matches, it's actually okay. But yes, for the most part, most people replace them all. Yeah, the problem with 4000 series RAM is that a lot of 4000 series RAM is CL18. It's not CL16, and then the really fast, like quick time, like tight timing. 4000 series is pretty expensive. Hey, Brigade, thank you very much for your sub. Appreciate that, your Prime sub. Guys, don't forget, we are giving away 2 RTX 3070s this month. If you want to get on that, if you're over at twitch.tv/Newegg or youtube.com/Robeytech or over at twitch.tv/Robeytech, you can drop your free Prime sub and potentially win one of the 2 3070s we're giving away to 2 lucky winners here on Twitch. And then if you want to get extra entries, you can gift subs, You can also do stuff like subscribing to Tier 2 and Tier 3. Also gets you a ton of extra entries towards your giveaways. I have a lot of people in the community who help me buy GPUs, so I can continue to make content. And I sell them to the people that who do commissions at MSRP. I never charge above MSRP for the builds that I do. So when people buy a PC from me, they're charged MSRP prices for everything. And that's MSRP plus tariffs, so it's whatever the MSRP price is for a GPU on Newegg, not the Newegg marketplace, which are two very different things. Like for instance, right now there's an ROG Strix in stock, 3080 Ti in stock for $2,800 on Newegg, but the MSRP for a ROG Strix 3080 Ti is $1,999. So, and I do not like, people wait like a long time because it takes a while for me to get GPUs. Okay, we got that M.2 in. Now what I did, guys, just so you guys know, on the other side of these, I didn't show you this, on the other side of this is a thermal pad, and this is actually going to dissipate heat for the M.2, so I peel that before I put this back on.
I'm gonna get the duck butt situation here because we weren't lined up, I guess.
There we go, now we're lined. Nope, it's still not lined up. Lined up now. It's over an hour of just Robey installing M.2s because you can't line up the dang screws. You got this like dancing this dancing sticker over here, like possessed. There we go. Okay. So now our motherboard is basically completely built and ready to go. We don't have anything else to worry about here. At this point in time, and the only two is like, unlike when I forgot on Magellan's build, this one, the Corsair AIO does actually use the standard hookups for AMD, so we're just going to be able to use those. So, by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys know this. There is a couple things. I was just fired from my job at the M&M factory. And I don't know, guys. I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are. So now I'm just going to go into content creation full time because I was fired from my job at the M&M factory because I kept throwing out the W's. I mean, come on. It's M&M, not W and W. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why. I thought I was doing them a favor, but apparently it was hitting their bottom line pretty heavily that I was throwing out all the W's. So. So anyway, I got rid of that one. The other thing too is I always want to know, I don't know if you guys know, why do kids prefer not to fart in school? Why do kids prefer not to fart in school? Because they'd rather have a private tutor. They'd rather have a private tutor. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Oh. I had you on the first half. Yeah, I know. That's I finally got my newest Eggy. You got to keep the big W's. That's right, Dragon Lord. I should have kept all the big W's. What I'm doing right now, guys, I'm going to strip down the case, get it prepped for installation. We're going to strip down this Corsair 4000D. This is the smaller brother of the 5000D, so yeah. Oh, I'm good, Jay. I appreciate that. I'm stripping the case. Hey, get your mind out of the gutter, the Drew. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's a family-friendly show. Coming for the PC stripping. Okay, get that one out of the way. Okay, there's not a lot to actually strip down in this case. We are going to go ahead and do a couple things. I'm going to go ahead and move.
While I can, I'm going to move this. Be able to move this down, I think. I'm moving the hard drive tray down a little bit. Oh, never mind. This just comes straight out. Maybe I can't. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the hard drive tray altogether.
This is the same case my son has, because we have like the Bob's twin that I just threw away in there. Okay, we can move it over. Okay, so I'm just taking out the screws here. There we go, right there, and then we're gonna move this as far towards the other side as possible, just to give our maximum room for our, giving it maximum room for our PSU. Okay, there we go. I'll show you what I did. Right here on the bottom, right on the bottom, you can actually see the PSU right here. There's two screws. You can see them right here and right here. Basically, you can unscrew them and then you have the ability to move this down. So what I did is I've taken it out and moved it as far down as possible, just to give a lot of room for cable management and stuff and from there. So if I was gonna rank GPU brands, I would rank, it's funny because I think at the top it's tied. ROG, Strix, and EVGA are at my top. Then after that, it goes to Aorus and Gigabyte, right? So Aorus and Gigabyte are kind of there together. And then right in that same range is where MSI is. Now, I will tell you this. Here's the thing. We are currently testing Zotac because a lot of people have put a lot of hate on Zotac, and we're trying to understand why. We don't know why. I've never used a Zotac GPU, but we were actually testing 3 different Zotac GPUs to see if there is an issue. Now, I have gotten a lot of people on Twitter who talked about issues with them having horror stories with their customer service. And I've seen some people have talked about them crapping out. But like, for instance, MSI, I've also heard that there were issues with people getting MSI Gaming X Trios with snapped backplate. So I'm trying to figure out, and we're gonna check, so we're doing an expose. It sounds so official when we say it that way. We're doing an expose on Zotac, looking at their average review, what the people complain about, or if it's just because, you know, whatever. Now, they do charge a lot. Their cards are insanely expensive, like Radeon 6000 series expensive. But we tested, we actually ran ours against, I don't remember, we just got finished running our testing. In fact, we got better clock speeds, the thermals were on par, and actually the we got more frames per second off of our Zotac than we did on any of our other cards, and that was on a 3080 Ti amp versus the other one. So, don't know, but that's Zotac's down at the bottom, and then obviously at the very end, I don't even think the GPUs work as PNY, so I don't know. That's where it is. I've never used a PNY either, but yeah. Well, yeah, but Hectorus, the reason their stuff sucks is it's no worse than Best Buy was at launch or anything like that. It's just the thing is like an EVGA. Who can attest to the fact that EVGA, when they tried to get the 3080 Ti launch, who remembers how well that went? So I just, like, the thing is every time Zotac puts GPUs on sale, the whole thing just crashes, right? So I don't know if that's any different than anybody else. What I'm doing right now is just removing the stock fans that we don't need for the Corsair, because we're going to be replacing it with MLs. Yeah, it did. Jay Snatch is absolutely right. Oh, interesting. So EVGA is like, the one thing I like about EVGA is EVGA actually dropped their tariff prices. So now EVGA is actually what their MSRP was prior to tariffs, which is actually pretty cool. And I really like the EVGA systems. Now, somebody was telling me that EVGA for the wins and stuff like that have a tendency to run hot. We have not seen that versus other systems. We've done a lot of testing with with Strixes and everything like that. But if I was gonna rank them, EVGA and Asus would be at the top. Then it goes Gigabyte, MSI second, Zotac, and then of course at the very, very far, PNY. Now I've never done anything. There are other brands. We haven't had some of them. We don't even have in the US. But that's where it is right now. What? Bullet hole, what is she doing? The XC3 run hot. Okay, Agent, yeah, our XC3, we haven't actually tested all that much. I'll have mostly for the wins, which have been great. So, okay, so our case is stripped, very light. It's like free wheelie right now. Like this is when my case is at my favorite part because it weighs so little. What we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna get our fans installed. I'm gonna grab our ML fans. ML fans. There's one. There's our rear one right there. Ugh. Now these are going to replace the front fans. I'm so glad I found my knife that was hiding in plain sight, mind you. It wasn't really hiding. It was just right where I just wasn't looking very well. I don't need anything out of there. All I need is my fans. You are my fans. How does the H115 fit? That's the 280 run, right? I would say I would not use a 280 millimeter AIO with this case. It's going to be tight. I recommend 240, or you could do front mount 360 if you wanted to. But if you really want to do 280, I would go to a 5000D. This case is top mounting AIOs in this case above 180, 120, sorry, 240 is just not, I just don't think it's all that great. Dio, I don't have an opinion, sorry. I haven't used it enough to give you a solid one. We the fans, that's right you are, Razor Core. You are my fans. What's the coolest looking fan in your opinion? Okay, right now, here's what I think the coolest looking fan is. I just got him. Well, I've actually had him for a while. You guys are gonna see him on Wednesday. But I'm excited about these. Where are they? Where'd he put them? Oh, here they are. We're gonna be using these on Wednesday's build. I'm excited about these. The new the Uni 120 fans, the AL 120s from Lee & Lee. So great, good static pressure. They're just easy to use. So I'm excited about using these specifically. These are the ones that I really enjoy. And so yeah, these are the new AL 120s. And then now that they have like full RGB, I wish their software was better. Honestly, I wish. The other thing too is there are people who've made hacks, so these will work in Corsair IQ, which is actually pretty rad. But for the most part, these are some of my favorite right now. I like the QL120s, but they do not have the best performance. They are incredibly quiet, but they're not the most performant fans. Yeah, Jay covered them a lot, like Gear Seekers covered them. We could have covered them. I always use them in builds versus just doing videos on them because that way you guys can ask questions about them. You want to know what my personal PC specs are? I've got a 11900K with a water-cooled 3090, 64 gigs of 4000 megahertz RAM, and 64 gigs of 4000 megahertz RAM, 3 2 terabyte RTX, 3 2 terabyte SN850s is my personal gaming rig, and it's all custom liquid cooled. What do you rank Founders Edition GPUs? Given their price, they're the best. But Dio Brando, I love NZXT because NZXTs have a tendency to perform better. Corsair, for price, is crazy. But the NZXT ones, that's what I use. That's what Gamer Nexus use. That's what most of us use for our test benches. My studio is not home. This is in a separate location. We have a separate building for our studio. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna get my fans installed. The LLs are, if you're looking for performance but don't mind noise, LL is gonna be better. They're the better performing ones. The white are known to be the best in terms of performance. But if you're looking for not loud and best RGB, the QL120s are the best. Maybe that's like white in there. What's going on there, Rubs? Yeah, let's get these. Oh, I did need something out of there. I needed the. Let's go to the side view. My beautiful Govee light. I love my Govee light. Side. Is that working? Making sure. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't work. Okay. What I'm doing right now is just getting our fans installed here. Should be fine. I'm just gonna not tune them too tight here. I'm just gonna put 2 in right now just to make sure that they're lined up, and then I'll worry about the other ones. Yeah, I know. Just don't, I like my Govee. What is your take on the Lian Li SL Unifans? They're fine. I mean, I just talked about the ALs, which are the new ones, but the SLs are great. They just don't have the best RGB, right? But in terms of ease of use and just straight up cable management, they're incredible. Are you excited all Inzi's going to be making? They already have, Numberjack. Their B550's been out for months. I've used it in a couple builds. I have no issue with them at all. The B550 boards are great. I'm excited about EVGA making them as well. They're making a overclockable build. I mean, one. Have you seen the CM reverse fans? This PC is for Raquel Aw, who's in Twitch, or he's in Twitch. Sorry. I'm excited about it, Numberjack, because they make great boards, especially for people who want to do LN. We do have a giveaway PC being built here pretty soon, though. It'll be built last week of July, I think is my plan. We're going to be building we're going to be building a Cooler Master build with that we're going to be giving away for the month of July. We try to do 1 PC giveaway per month. MacMog, you know what? I don't actually have any contact with the fine folks over at. Oh man, really? Okay, hold on. I just realized that I didn't put this the same direction as the other one. Gotta rotate this real quick. Like, I'm having nightmares from Magellan's build. Remember that? How many times I had to install that stupid AIO, but I caught it early. I didn't put the sticker the same direction, so I'm just trying to make sure I fix that. It's the anal retentive in me who wants to make sure this build's perfect. There you go. Okay, now it's right. Oh, let's put it in the right hole, Robes. Oh, I just shot a screw off. Crazy screw just shot off the table. Okay, there we go. One more. Okay, get this one back on. And what we're doing is we're just doing these real quick to line them up. So if we need to move them up, down, all that sort of stuff, we can do that real quick. There we go. One more. What specs has your son got? You know what? I don't remember. He has this almost, I think he's actually got this almost the exact same build. I need to go look at the stream. I don't remember. I think he has a 3070. I think he's got a 5600X. It might be an Intel. I don't know, actually. So Lucas Spooks, I love them. They're great. They're just pricey. And you're paying for that. I also am not a fan of how thick, like triple C thick, the cooling apparatus is. It makes it hard, and it sometimes put compression on the RAM and stuff like that. But man, They look good, and there's a lot of customization you can do with them, which is really nice. It's one of my favorite AIOs. It's just pricey. So hopefully that answers your questions. Triple C thick, that's right. Okay, I think that actually came out great. Okay, cool. Well, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna get the rest of these screws in, including the screw that decided to shoot off like a jerk. Jerk screw. Everybody say jerk screw. Oh, come on! Being a jerk, not coming out of the carpet. Oh, jerk screw. Best looking 3080 Ti. I would say the Strix. The Gundam. Oh, 3080 Ti. Gundam isn't 3080 Ti. I love that white. I like white. The white RTX 3080 Ti Strix. Like, that is just a sick looking GPU. If I had to choose one, yeah. I love the RGB bar. It ends up looking so nice. I love the RGB bar on EVGA. And honestly, I'm actually kind of a fan, in the right circumstances, of the hollows from Zotac. Like, that was actually a pretty nice looking GPU. I'm just getting my, even though I don't need any of this stuff, I'm gonna get my, I need the screws out of it. No. When you do a PC build, how do you know what you need to install? Will it auto install? Monkuru, there is actually a whole video on my channel on how to set up a new PC that helps explain all that stuff. Favorite case brand? Ooh, that's tough. Honestly, right now, it's still Fantex. I still love Fantex, though the Corsair 5000D is, I mean, Corsair's kind of had a return to form with the 5000D, the 7000D, but the Fantex still, it has a special place in my heart. Their P200A, their P500A, the P360, those are just great cases. And they just really had a lot of attention to building. My favorite budget case, believe it or not, is the Antec DF700 series, the DF series. They do great for thermals, great for GPU thermals, CPU thermals. I love their flux system for fans, and yeah. I also like, I know a lot of people like Lee & Lee. My favorite small form factor is probably the NR200B, 200P. But man, I really love the Lee & Lee 011 Mini. That is a great case as well. But again, 011s are, yeah. So, yeah. I just feel like 011s, like everybody has them. That's the problem. Okay, let's go to top down, guys. We can actually start putting our stuff inside of this build now. Yay, put stuff inside of it. What do you mean, Robey? They were just gonna install fans the whole time. No, we would not do that. I like Fractal. I mean, Fractal's nice. I'm not partial to build. Cooler Master I like too. I use them all. I mean, like, they're all great builds. I mean, the good thing is you have choice. And that, Prexton, you're right. Like, those are just, they're great looking builds. The old one is a great looking build. And the white, that every time I put a post on Instagram or TikTok with that white Valentine build we did in the 011 Mini, like, people go bonkers. Like, they love it. So I can't argue. It's just, it's not the best performance case. And that's the problem. I mean, it's not really a problem. It's like, even that's like, that's being super snobby, and that's not who I am. Like, it's good enough for any consumer. That's right, it's an Outlaw shirt. Did you guys see that Envy, I got shout out from Envy because I was wearing like my Envy jersey. That was pretty cool. Lots of. I don't like the 4000X, nor do I like the 5000X. Sorry, I am not a fan of restricted airflow cases. Like, I think that the 5000D or the 4000D is more than good enough. I don't think throwing a tempered glass in there for the sake of RGB is the best idea. So, yeah. do a 5000D or a 4000D. Don't. My recommendation is not. You can do what you want to make you happy. Ultimately, it's your build, and as long as you are happy, I am happy. But I would not recommend doing. Doing a closed front case. The 4000D airflow is great. P400S is a great one too. Most overrated case, in my opinion, I'd say is the Lian Li. It's great, it's awesome, but it's been overdone, guys. So overdone. I mean, a lot of people put builds in it that aren't necessarily the best builds for those cases. I mean, a lot of times, like the other thing too that I feel, sorry, I'm not going on a tirade. The thing that I struggle with is that people will, like, you have to put 9 fans, at least 6, but in most cases you need to put 9 fans in that case to really make it look good. So somebody's saying, you know what, instead of like putting a 5900X in there, I'll put a 5700X in there and 9 fans. And the thing is that it's like, was that really, like, the ones that I don't mind is when somebody's got like a 3080 Ti and, like, you know, Ryzen 9 5900X, and then it's all decked out. Like, I'm cool with that, right? But when people are making sacrifices between looks and like performance, like at that point in time, it's like, well, I mean, do you really want to do 9 fans? And I have a lot of people be like, hey, I want to put it in a Lian Li 0-1. I'm like, okay, cool. You do know that the fans are going to cost $300. And they're like, wait, what? You know what I mean? So yeah, and Kyotastic, like, I have no issue with that at all. It's just, I don't want people to choose. I was like, dude, do a 5000D. You don't need 9 fans, and you can put, you know, it's less expensive, and then it still looks incredible. I mean, dude, that white, like any of every time I get done with these builds, people are like, these look great, and they do. It's just, it's like a niche, you know what I mean? The DF700 I like too. And it's not a complaint. It's just, you know, I want people to have a performance system, but like I said, specs don't matter, and as long as you're happy, that's all that really matters. Except for, it's funny because I wrote this one guy's like, I was like, as long as you're happy. He's like, I can't get a GPU, so I'm not happy. I'm like, well, then that's not the point. The point is if you're happy. Yeah, we're getting the motherboard installed here. We are doing a build, guys, in the 1000D soon. I have like a box of LL120s we're putting in that. A box of like a big giant 18 fans. What do you mean a cheapskate builder? You mean people like try and get the best system for like $750? I feel like a lot of times those guys sacrifice in weird ways. I mean, it's like if you have $750, like, can't you just wait? Like, I don't know, man. That's hard. That's hard. I feel bad. Like, I don't know what to go with that. 18 fans in that case, no, because it's going to be water cooled and dual loop, and yeah. We're doing an all white build in the next couple weeks, Mankuru. And I am doing a custom water cooled. I'm doing a custom water cooled 0-1 mini build for the game PC that's going to be in the studio here as we get to gaming, because things are changing for Robeytech. Things are changing in a good way, in a very good way, but some big life stuff is on the horizon, and so you guys are going to hear more about that. Hey, Super Naru, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. Starry Messenger, also thank you for the 5 gifted subs as well. Galapagos, thank you for subscribing with Prime. You guys are awesome. 85 subs, appreciate it. Favorite cooler is the NZXT, probably the NZXT X73. I really like the X73, kind of the no frills, great performance, 360 millimeter AIO. What new Lian Li case are you most excited about? I will tell you, the Lian Li case that I'm most excited about has not been announced yet. Let me just say that. I don't know anything about that case, Lucas. Hey, it's good. I don't know anything about that GPU, Lucas. I've never used it before. I'm sorry. I'm the other way around. Okay. What is the highest safe voltage for a 5900X under load? I do not know. Good now. Good. You know what? I bet you one of my tech specialists knows, but I do not know. The mesh, you know what's magic? O0 is talking about the Mesh 2. Like, the one thing I liked, I was surprised. Like, we just did a build in that last week, the Lancool Mesh 2. And I didn't know that you could remove those hard drive trays and actually do fans for the GPU. And when you pair that with the For the Win 3, we saw, we just got finished doing Sir Magellan's build, and we saw temperatures under load on a 3080 FTW3 under load at 73 degrees with a 21 degree ambient temperature. That is bonkers low for under load, and that's because you have the fans and all that stuff going for there. It was pretty cool, and that was because of the mesh. And you could also do that in the P200A. You can do that in the DF700 Flux as well. But I thought that was pretty neat for the Lancool mesh. Okay, we're just gonna get this last fan installed here. I'm gonna push it up so it just doesn't stick on the. This is our last exhaust fan. Here it is, right there. That is true. Any GPU is better than no GPU. That I agree with. What were you excited about, Nat? Nefriti? Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Is the GPU holder important? Depends on the GPU. Certain GPUs like MSI can actually have some pretty hefty sag to them, but like other ones, like there can be some pretty nice brackets, and those seem to be okay. Is there anything you don't like in the computer tech community? What do you mean, Mankuru? Like specifically, what are you asking? Is the 1660 Ti a good CPU? If that's what you have, it is good enough until you can get a 3060. Hey, Unfitted Shin, thank you very much for the resub. Cosmic Jordan, also thank you for resubscribing with Prime. 13 months, guys. Love it. I love seeing people with over a year. That makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. I don't know. I don't have any tips on getting into IT. I've never worked in IT. Oh, nice. Okay, Skinny J. I have lots of videos on building a P500A, and air cooler is totally fine. They're actually a lot easier than doing an AIO. Speaking of AIOs, let's go and actually, we're going to do things a little different today. Let's go and run and hook up our front panels before we do the AIO, just for fun. And then all we have to do, that way all we have to do is worry about the Capellix. I am going to remove one of these because this is where I'm going to install my Capellix hub. It's a little easier. I'm just going to do it in advance. Let's go and get our front panels plugged in. Now, this does have USB-C, but the motherboard does not, which is unfortunate. So here's our terrible USB 3.2 connection. It's not the Mr. Legend one, I think is what you're saying. It will end. It is gonna end. It will end. The P500A fans are great. Yes, they're fantastic fans. I love their fans. They're high static pressure. They're 240s. They're great. They're not RGB. Unless you're doing the RGB ones, the SK120s. And the only thing I really like about them is they're inexpensive to do all RGB. They're okay. The SK120s are okay. But in terms of installing and daisy chaining and stuff like that, really easy for hooking up all the RGB on that, I will say. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm just hooking up our front panels. There's not a ton to hook up. We're gonna go and take these right here. These are our front panel connections right here. This is your power switch, all that sort of stuff. Then we're gonna take this. This is HD audio. That's gonna go down over here. I'm gonna go ahead and just to control it a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and close this stuff back down. My mama told me not to lie to you guys. This case is the Corsair 4000D, Naku. Naku, yeah, Naku. You're welcome. I'm glad I was able to answer your question. i7 9700K is great with 3060 Ti spec. No problem whatsoever. That's a great one. How about the Antec Striker? Haven't used it. We are getting a series of Antec cases here pretty soon, so I will hopefully, maybe that'll be one of them. But yeah. This is an Asus Strix B550F motherboard, yes. They're F plus Wi-Fi. Okay guys, here we go. We're gonna put in our USB 3. It's the worst connection in the world. Here's my little tip, just because I know we have some people who are building PCs right now. You just want to basically do a 90-degree angle, come right at 90 degrees, straight down, and that'll be the best way of not bending a pin, okay? 90 degrees, it pops in very nicely. For your front panel, there's a great manual. You look into your manual. It's pretty straightforward. I just have these memorized so I know where they go. But these are just going to go usually on the bottom right-hand corner, unless you're using like mini ITX or micro ATX. Sometimes they'll move, but we're going to go and hook these up. These go on the bottom down here. There we go. Yeah, dude, that's actually a good idea. If you want to make it a little easier, just getting one of those 90-degree connectors. I have some of those. The other ones I also like is they have some that are just basically, they hook in and then they just go off the edge. That does make it a little bit less painful, but I think it's lame that you actually need an adapter to make that less painful. It's not fair. Oh, nice, Chris. Congratulations. I bet you like that. Have you given it to him yet? Oh, don't cry. What should you do in the event of CPU pins being bent? Well, there's a couple things you can do. One, if you're very careful, you can unbend the pins. You just need to be very careful. The other thing too is there's a stuff called computer glue. It's actually electrical conductive CPU glue, electrical conductive glue that you can use to fix a broken pin. So one of the things that I have done, and only once, is I've actually stuck the pin with that glue on it inside of the socket, and then put the CPU on afterwards and with that glue, and then that has been okay. But I just want to let you know that is you're not going to be upgrading that CPU anytime soon, because then getting it out of the socket, you may have a pin stuck inside of it. But again, just being very careful to rebend is actually okay. Or you can take it to professional and do it have them do it too. If you're okay with that. There are repair shops that will fix that stuff for you. And you can resolder pins on. Okay, so here we go. Here's what we hooked up real quick, guys. We hooked up our front panel connections. If you're looking for this the first time, there's a page in your manual that shows you how to hook these up. The way it usually works is power plus and minus is to the far left. Next to that is power switch, and then underneath that is reset switch, and then underneath power plus and minus, if your case has it, will be where your HDD LED goes in there. Over to the left is your HD audio. It's only pinned one way, so there's only one way to plug it in, so it's pretty straightforward there. You can get a tray behind the motherboard from Corsair to mount the commander fan lighting. I mean, Silver Pandex, I mean, again, you don't have a ton of room in the back. So I have a tendency to just put it where one of the SSDs are. And to be honest, not a lot of people should be or are installing 3.5-inch SSDs. Okay, so we've got all of our parts in here. All of our parts are in here. Let's go ahead and put this down, and then we're going to start working on our AIO. Are you talking to me, Vuvuzela? Are you saying me? Dude, it's a stream. I hope you're not talking to me. That's weird. If you want to go watch PC builds in silence, just go watch it on YouTube. Kind of weird. There's lots of 4000D builds where you can just mute me, but on the stream, I'm here to connect and talk to people. Oh, okay. I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I was like, huh? It's like, huh? Sorry about that, man. I thought you were talking to me. I apologize. Peanut root. I'm doing good, John G. The PSU is the EVGA 750GA. Yes, the Landly Landcool Mesh 2 is good. I'm Frozy T. I haven't actually used the first one. Yeah, they are. They're great. Hey, thanks, King. I'm glad you like it. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're just taking out all of the stuff that we need for our AIO installation. So really the stuff I care about is this. This is all of your hardware that you'll need to install your AIO. Care about this right here, because this is like, this is all your, this is your hub that I was telling you about. So what I need for out of this, so this right here allows you to replace the front cover. You can actually buy custom covers for Corsair because you can replace the faceplate. So they give you two options with this particular one. Inside of here, you'll see there's a thing that says AMD, AM4, you need that. This is for replacing the front cover. Then everything else in here you don't need because it's Intel or it is Threadripper. Man, the interesting thing is going to be, guys, we're eventually, if the rumors are true for Alder Lake, we're actually going to have AIOs that will work on AMD and not work on Intel because the socket is supposed to change, which is going to be interesting. Now you're going to have to pay attention. Actually, Alcuard Markov, you can check, I think if you check Robeytechdeals.com and look in the stream stuff from last week, so go to stream deals, and then there was a screw kit there. I don't know if Tom might be able to let me know this, but I think in that screw kit was additional M.2 screws. So if you're looking for something, Robeytechdeals.com though. I'm using the new SL RAM. Okay, I think I have it all. I'm gonna put this in here. Okay. Now remember, guys, once we do this, once we finish this, a little bit of change to plans is that we're going to be going over tech deals and stuff. And then we'll get back to the build. So we're gonna run through the tech deals, go through the giveaways again, talk about CD keys, all that stuff. So that's coming up after we finish this and getting this into the case. So, okay, so what we need here is that is there, and then this is gonna go here, like that. How do I get the parts? I buy them off of Newegg. You're talking about the components. The regular PC components are pretty easy to get. If you're talking about GPUs, the community helps me buy them. Okay, here we go. Here's our screws. There we go, right there. I'm just gonna get this in one in each corner real quick. Can I get a free burrito? I do not know if anybody offers a free burrito right now. Rexify? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you can. I think you're capable. You just got to really work hard at it. K10, I don't think it would actually be that hard. I think it'd be fun to do one. I use a multitude of one. This is a 20-year-old screwdriver that I got when working on Windows XP. I use the iFixit kit. This is for my M.2s and usually my smaller ones. And then I use the Wow Stick. Wow Stick. So yeah. I'm talking about the stuff you give. How do you get the parts? I buy them. That's what, Terminal Gamer, yes. Newegg is just, I am streaming directly to Newegg Terminal Gamer. So this is just because I'm sponsored by them, this is making content for them. There we go. Okay, let's get our other ones in. Yeah, it's got a light built in. I really like the Wow Stick. We can get a link for the Wow Stick and go from there. Oh, it's okay. Where is it? Hey, Low Silence, thank you very much for the $10 tip, man. That's huge. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm using Restream. There's this there. Hidden Attribute just did a link for YouTube for the one I used. And there it is right there, Blondie dropping it on Twitch. Yeah, the Waz stick's awesome. Da boss lady, da boss lady. Appreciate the dono. Hey, welcome Domino. Welcome to the channel. We're glad to have you. Thanks for stopping in. Guys, we are almost to 100 subs. Now remember, if we get to 350, we're going to give away a 3060. Okay, there we go. All of our stuff is in. All looks good. Okay, I'm going to cut these little connections real quick, so that way we can not have to worry about it. I hate twisty ties, guys. I used to not mind them, but the more I did PC building, the less I liked them. You bought a mini WoW? Is it pretty good, Zero Heat? I've never used the mini one. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's that. Let's undo this one up here. And then we're all good. Okay, all of our connections are done. Okay, so we are ready to put our AIO inside of the case, guys. Yay! Everybody say yay! Yay! How do you know if a GPU and motherboard fit in the case? So Jaden Liano, if you watch, like a lot of times when we do reviews, we'll actually tell you in those case reviews, like for the 4000D and the NR200P or the 5000D, what the GPU clearances are, CPU like cooling clearances are, all that stuff. So just watching reviews, and then what you can do is when you have a certain PC, like you're looking at a certain component, you can go look and see how tall or how long they are. It does take a little bit of extra work, but I mean, in most cases, like if you do like a normal ATX case, like a 5000D and something like that, you are more than likely going to be able to fit whatever you want. So that's the best way to do it. But yeah, I mean, like for instance, in this case, you could pretty much fit almost any GPU you wanted in here, unless it was like something just weird off the cuff, off brand, something or other. Okay, I'm gonna quickly, whoa. Okay, so here we go right here. What I'm gonna do real quick is I'm just gonna do some quick cable management just to make this a little easier to run. This is what we're working on right here. What case would you recommend to fit the 3090, the FTW3? DeBoss Lady, I would recommend the 5000D or the P500A. Those are my two top recommendations for 3090 builds. Though we did get a 3090, well, never mind, that's not relevant. I would just say those are my two top choices. The DF700 is another option if you're looking for something a little less expensive. I would not recommend the 4000D. You just want more, like given the 3090 needs more cooling, that's why I'd recommend those particular ones. DF700 has direct air cooling for the GPU. Just saying, could be cool. You would, yes. You need four, well, yes, you're gonna do Monkuru. I'm guessing you're doing 2 intake and a single exhaust. That would be fine, yes. Oh, cool, sir. Well, I'm glad I was able to help you. Okay, here we go. We're gonna run this and get this installed now real quick. It'll be a pretty straightforward process. Let's go to side camera. I'm gonna refresh my Twitch has been funky. Funky. Can we get these, guys, I'd love to get these last 5 subs. If anybody would mind being generous, so we can just get on to the next tier. We're literally 5 away. Yeah, the boss lady, I would recommend the Corsair 5000D or the Fantex P500A or the Antec DF700 Flux. Would be my recommendations. Hey, Zero Heat, thank you very much, man. You are the man. Okay, let's go to the next tier. Appreciate you, Zero Heat, coming in clutch. Sometimes I just have those. Sometimes I just have those things. Okay, so we're at 100. We're on our way to $150 now. Oh wait, no, we have. Oh wait, no, I think we have more. Oh, Red Dragon also did it. Thank you very much, Zero Heat and Red Dragon. You guys are clutch. Okay, on our way to 150, and we have a $100 newbie. Thank you, both of you, and you guys know I love you. Okay, there we go. Starting that next goal. Cool. Okay, let's get this in and get this mounted. So what I'm going to do here, just so you know, is what I do is I have a tendency. Just to give you a little pro tip, if you care. I went ahead and zip tied these together. It just makes it a little easier to run everything through to the top up here. And then what I do is I run the top. Whoops. Well, I run the top better than that. Run the top up here. Like so. And then kind of scoot this in, but then because they're, all zip tied, makes it a lot easier to just run this through. And like my fingers cramped, which was weird. Okay, there we go. Never had that before. Okay, there you go. So see how like it just becomes really easy to just run that up. Then we're gonna run it, push it up towards the front, so we have lots of room in the back to put things in. And I'm just gonna line them up. Let's go to top down so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Now the good thing about this particular case, if you really wanted to, they are loose enough that you can actually just hand screw these in. They improve the tooling massively on this particular AIO. So just getting it started. There's one. And what I do is I have a tendency to do one in each corner. That way it just makes it easy so you can let it go. Just like that. Okay, cool. And now it's kind of held. My wow stick. One thing people were talking about, your favorite AIO. One thing I wish that NZXT would do, that Corsair does do, is they use rounded, on NZXT they use rounded screw tops. And so, but on Corsair they use flat. So when you have things like, for instance, here on the top, for a dust cover, these lay flush. But the one thing that's rough about NZXT is like, because sometimes these magnets have a tendency to run right up against these screw trains with basically screws that pop up too much, it becomes a little bit harder. So that's one thing I do like about Corsair, is it's like they thought a lot. It kind of feels like there was a renaissance there, and with all of their stuff, it's like they actually used it and listened to customer feedback to make it better. So that's one thing I am impressed by with them. What do you think of distro plate kits? I love distro plate kits. They make they make your build, they make your runs really clean and easy, which is nice. So it made bins way simpler. That's what the Dremel on the side of a grind. There you go, Yuri. That is true. If you want to do some customization, you could do it that way. That's true. A lot harder to do that on a stream though. Built both my kids' PCs in NZXT. Okay, nice. Honestly, Corsair, yeah, cheaper cases have a tendency, but but most of the big brand PC cases, Corsair, NZXT, Cooler Master, Fractal, Fantex, they all have some sort of cable management solution. So yeah, it's only when you're kind of like doing like really weird off-brand ones that you might not see good cable management solutions. There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. Nice and flat. Just because we're gonna have some fun, why not? Let's go and put the top back on here. And there we go. Cool. Okay, so as this is all done, the only thing we need now is we need a couple. Or a wide cable. Let's make it a little different. We're just gonna need a couple of our screw things here. So this can get put away. Cool. Okay, so last thing we're gonna do, let's quickly get our mount in here. Now, one thing that is unique specifically about this particular build is we are gonna have to hook up. No, I got it kind of in a weird spot. I shouldn't have put this on yet. Trying to be cheeky, but in the end, ended up struggling. Okay, so here on the side camera, bring it up real quick. One thing we are going to work on is this AIO. This AIO right here. There's a top connection. You can't see it. You will be able to see it maybe from the top camera. Right here. I'll see if I can get it from the top down. But right here is the CPU fan. I'm pointing to it right here. Right there, you can see it right there. So I'm gonna take this one cable here, and what I do is I have a tendency to just kind of bend it at 90 degrees. I'm gonna plug this into the CPU fan header right there. I should have done it before I mounted the AIO, but I didn't. So that's me being dumb, but luckily I've got very dexterous fingers. It would help if this was a little bit, there we go. Really dexterous fingers, and you just kind of put it in there. And this is one of the things, is like you talk about 280s in this particular case. With a 280, it's just so tight. The good thing is with you can see right here, up here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is where the RAM is, and so a 280 would hit. Oh no, it actually might. Some 280s might be okay, but you're gonna have a RAM clearance issue with 280 millimeter AIOs. I mean 280 millimeter AIOs. Because this is low profile for the Corsair one. Okay, so let's go and finish our mounting here. Okay. We'll run this up here in a minute. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to switch to our AMD bracket. Okay, so this is our AMD bracket right here. We're gonna take off the back, which you can see there's already pre-applied thermal paste. And one other thing that they made really easy with this, oh great, I just unplugged the fan thing. One other thing they made really easy with this particular brand is how easy it is to get those brackets up. And when you install these for the AMD, they're gonna go with the bracket, like the part down like this. That goes just like that, and then the other one goes right next to it like so. And then the easiest thing to do, I have found, is to hold this in between your two fingers and then start the screw. I'm gonna start the screw here. Get it kind of going. Doesn't need to be, you don't want to tighten it, you just want it started. Then you want to do the same thing with the bottom. Pop it in. This is where you just kind of get some crazy finger action, I guess. I don't know. It sounds bad, but. You know, they are not pro builders when they don't have a spinning plate to have the PC on for easy access. Well, Burn Scar, when you build, I built 300 systems, and all I really needed is a surface that's non-static because you can just easily rotate the thing. And the other thing too is that I have an up-down desk, so which works very, very well. So you do not need a lazy Susan to be a pro builder. And you can watch hours of me building this, and at no point would a lazy Susan have made this way easier. I'm just saying. So I think that your logic is flawed completely. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're just basically, now what we're doing is we're gonna grab this bit here at the top, and then there's two little clips here on the case, on the CPU like this, that you're just gonna hold, and then all you gotta do is just use your fingers to hold it down. Yeah, it's not the easiest, but honestly, if your fingers are wide enough, it's actually not bad. You just wanna screw it down until it kind of clips. Same thing with the top one. Using the wow stick a little bit. you go. And then we're just gonna keep going on each side, making sure that that stays clipped on. It's actually not that bad. You just take some practice. There you go. And there you've got your CPU, your AIO installed. I have a tendency not to make these too tight. I make them tight enough that there's no motion, but these make good content. You do not need to tighten until the screws stop. Main reason being is that I will say, I've noticed more often than not, you can actually have these clips pop off of the AIO if you make them too tight. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is run this last cables, and then we'll run through our deals and stuff real quick. Okay, I'm gonna get this back on. Needs to be my crazy dexterous fingers. Made it way harder now that you got that CPU thing in the way. But got it on. Okay, we're gonna run this one up. And the big thing here is as you're running this cable up, you want to be careful not to get it, especially with ASUS motherboards. There's a lot of sharp edges, so it's just kind of don't jerk too hard as you kind of run cables up through. And then we're gonna pull this tight too. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. So now that I've got that in, what I'm gonna do real quick is gonna do one zip tie, kind of make this look good on the front end. Pull that tight again. Okay, gonna grab a small thing here, and really what this is just about is just to make this cable, I do a single zip tie here, just to make this cable look a little bit more uniform and like clean. So it looks like single cable coming off of the GPU. It's just about, this is not necessary, but it does make a difference in terms of just how it looks, in my opinion. So just, and then pushing it up some towards the top, like that, and then we'll just clip that off, and then keeps the one cable clean. There you go. There you go. Just like that. There you go. Now you've only got like a single looking cable there. We're gonna pull this other side back, tighten it. We'll put this away, and let's run through deals and stuff real quick. Talk about our primary sponsor today, all that stuff. 998 people. We actually crested 1,000 concurrent for the first time in a while, guys. That was awesome. Thank you again for all of you new folks who tuned in. We're about to go through the giveaways, just talk a little bit about what's happening today, talk about our sponsors, and then show you guys some good tech deals, and then we'll get right back to finishing this build, because there's actually not a ton to do once we get past this. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna quickly put a single bit right here. Just to kind of keep, and again, the reason I'm doing this is just to keep these cables tight, and then we'll run them all the way through, and then when we get back from our little break, we'll then hook up all of our cable stuff and things like that. Okay, here we go. There we go, that's the build as it is now. We'll get back to it in just a couple minutes. I want to just kind of run through and let everybody know what's going on. But for those of you who don't know, welcome to Robeytech. Robeytech is a show dedicated to PC building, tech news, tech deals, and all that sort of fun stuff. The show is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you're new, you've never seen this, this is when this usually happens. And it usually goes for 3 or 4 hours, depending on how complicated the build is. Today we're building a build. It's a commission build for Raquel Ah. We're doing a Corsair 4000D build. It's got a Ryzen 7 5800X in it. It's using a H100i Capellix AIO. It's got 2 terabytes of SN750 NVMe RAM. And then it's got an RTX 3070 from EVGA, the For the Win 3. It's 750 watt power supply from EVGA, and of course some Corsair ML120 fans. One of the reasons that I can do this stuff, for those who don't know, there's 3 giveaways that always happen on the show. The first and foremost one, it happens, is we have one for YouTube, because I'm streaming to multiple channels. I stream to twitch.tv/Newegg. Hi, how you guys doing? Welcome. I switched to twitch.tv/Robeytech. Hi, how you doing? And I switched to YouTube. I stream to youtube.com/Robeytech. Hi, how you doing? And I also stream to facebook.com/Robeytech, of which the breakdown is most of you guys are here on Twitch. A bunch of you are actually over on YouTube, and some of you who hang out over on Newegg. We have 3 giveaways that we do during the show. The first one is basically we get 2 hype trains. That's over at twitch.tv/Newegg, twitch.tv/Robeytech. We get 2 hype trains to give away a 500 gig NVMe SSD. The second one should be coming up in about 30 minutes. The second giveaway that we have is if we get 600 likes on the YouTube video that is currently happening over at youtube.com/Robeytech on that live stream. So if we get 600 likes, we give away another 500 gig NVMe. Then finally down there, you see that $150 Newegg gift card. If we get 150 subs, we give away a $150 Newegg gift card. Right now, we're giving away a $100 Newegg gift card. If we get 350 subs, we'll give away an RTX 3060 on tonight's stream, and that would be a lot of fun. Now, one of the reasons a lot of people ask, like, hey, well, Robey, how do you pay for all this stuff? Like, how do you do all these giveaways? Well, I have people like we do. A lot of the money that we basically get from subs goes directly towards doing those giveaways. But the other thing, too, is we actually have some sponsors, and I want to talk to you guys today about a couple of them. They're all game-related, so don't worry. They're all good things. And a lot of times, it's one of these things, especially for those of you who are saying and talking about building a new PC, this is going to save you some money. And one of the ones that my primary one that I always talk about is a thing called CDK deals. Now, I know a lot of you guys have spent, like what, $2,000, $1,000, $1,500, maybe even $3,000 or $4,000. Well, let's make that not happen. $3,000 or $4,000 on a new PC. But do you want to spend $120 on Windows 10? Well, there's a company called CDK Deals, and I basically have verified these are legit OEM CD keys that work. These are retail. We verified with Microsoft. I worked with Microsoft to verify that these are legit keys. Now, when you search and you want to go buy a copy of Windows 10, we'll look at Windows 10 Pro. And again, this is cdkdeals.com. But if we look at Windows 10 Pro, there it is. Windows 10 OEM CD key global, usually $118. You can buy one now for what is essentially for $21.46. Now, if you don't believe me, we have literally hundreds of people here in the channel who have used these to basically do their product keys for Windows 10. And more than likely, these Windows 10 keys will allow you to do Windows 11 upgrades for free. That is, Microsoft hasn't confirmed that, but that's what they did with Windows 8.1, etc. Now, the other thing that's super awesome about this as well is, like, even though it's $21.46 and this works, you can see where all the regions where it works. It's a global key. If I hit buy now, so what is $21.46? If I go to buy now, and then I basically say, hey, I'm going to use, if you use code RB20 and hit apply, you can now see that you're going to pay $17.17 for what is a Windows. So I'm giving you an additional 20% off to get your Windows 10 key. Now, have I used them before? Like, Robey, is this legit? Is this real? Yes, these are legit keys. We have had people who have had issues with the keys. They've immediately resolved them. They have great customer service. And you can actually look in my user center under my purchase orders, and you can see that I have bought keys in June. I've bought keys in June. Yeah, there you can see I buy keys from here all the time. And they are all keys that work. They activate Windows. We've actually done videos. I mean, we've actually called Microsoft support to verify that these are retail keys. They are retail keys, and they're not non-distributable keys. These are legal, legit, real keys. Now, they also do things for Office. They also do things for games and other things. So it's more than just Windows if you want to look into that. But again, great option if you've just built a PC to get Windows 10 or Office 2019 for less than what you're basically going to pay at retail. So hopefully that's a good thing. I hope it's something, I'm hoping it's something that people will work and love to use, and we'd love to have you guys check it out. Now, the other thing too that I also do as well is I also want to make sure that we also cover the deal. So big huge shout out, and if you want to know, we basically post, I don't know, Tom, how many deals do you guys do? How many deals do we do per day? Like probably like what, 10? So if you guys are looking for deals on tech, monitors, lighting, peripherals, game stuff, like PC components, all that stuff, we literally have a guy dedicated to finding that stuff every day. He scours Best Buy, Amazon, Newegg, like all of these locations to find and curate deals. So if you go and bookmark robeytechdeals.com, it's right here, or you can follow at Robeytech. But these are the deals he curated for the stream today. And so here's the ones that we have. So here, first and foremost, Govee, who's a sponsor here on the show, they have these immersive lights. They're immersive Wi-Fi TV lights, or things that like specifically react with your watching when you're watching movies, whatever. So you can actually see this stuff happening right here on the screen. So like as it's basically doing, as it's actually seeing what's happening, it actually changes the lighting, and it's like an active, much more immersive experience. These are on sale right now for $79.99 over on Amazon. Govee Smart Lamp, which you guys have seen right here. Absolutely love this thing. It's 20% off right now for Govee. You've seen me show this on the show. These are Alexa controlled. You can also use their incredible app for basically doing things like changing the light scenes. You can set up timers. Their app is incredible. It's not garbage. And these are high quality lights with really great customer service. You can go follow and look at the Twitter I did on these. People love these lights. And if you're trying to set up a streaming room or anything like that, these are great options for you if you're trying to do something like that. And so this one's on sale right now, 20% off on Amazon. And there's the coupon right there. Superflower, if you're looking for a 750 watt, this is an 80 watt gold on sale right now on Newegg for $89.99 with your promo code. Corsair K70 RGB. I know some people don't like Corsair keyboards. I use them, but I mostly use Razer and 9mm custom keyboards. But their K70 is on sale right now for Best Buy. The Logitech G903. Both of these, the Logitech G903, absolutely incredible mouse. Their wireless optical mouse. Again, I have there was literally 30,000 or 40,000 people who tuned in this. They love this mouse, and for it to be on sale for less than $100 over there on sale for Best Buy right now, if you're looking for good mouse combinations. And then you've got your Saber RGB Pro, your Championship Series. I know a couple of eSport guys who use this stuff, but anyway, it's on sale right now, $44.99 over at Best Buy. 650 GT, if you're looking at 3060 or a 3060 Ti. 650 watt. This is a gold power supply. It's $49.99, guys. It was $129.99. It is on sale right now for $50 for a 650 watt power supply. So if you're building a 3060 or you are planning on building a 3060, now is the time to go get a PSU. That is a ridiculous price. 980 Pro. It doesn't go on sale often, but the 980 Pro is on sale. This is their PCIe Gen 4. I don't know which one this is. Let's see which one this is. This is their, it's still loading. I'm letting it in the app now. I'm trying to see which one is. So this is their allow, whatever. Okay. Enable, whatever. Gosh darn it. Okay, so this is their 2 terabyte. Okay, so 2 terabyte PCIe Gen 4. Okay, so this is cheaper than the SN850. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so here's a 2 terabyte PCIe Gen 4 NVMe for the same price as the SN750. So if you're looking for a cheap PCIe Gen 4 with really great ratings, that is a really good price, I might add. And that is cheaper than a 2 terabyte SN750, which is not Gen 4 and doesn't do 7,000 megs per second. Guys, that is a heck of a steal. And that is, wow, that's a great job on that one, Tom. That's a good deal. This motherboard, it's not on sale, just came out. I know we were talking about white. Somebody's saying, hey, what's a great white motherboard? Here you go. Brand new off-the-line X570S Aero G AM4. It's brand new X570 motherboard from Gigabyte, just released today, $349.99. And then again, you can also get the ASRock B550M Steel Legend if you're going to do a micro ATX build. This is on sale right now for $99.99. So again, if you want to get this, these are the kind of deals he finds. You can see, like, we have a ton of this stuff, but checking out robeytechdeals.com, Tom does a fantastic job of basically curating all this stuff. He finds pre-builts. You can literally see all of this stuff all the time. Like, you can see how many deals he finds on a daily basis. So if you're always looking for either game deals, PC tuck deals, follow us at robeytechdeals.com at robeytechdeals on Twitter or robeytechdeals.com. We're also Robeytech Deals on Instagram if you're just basically looking for cheap tech. Anyway, guys, that is it. And you guys, that was it. I wanted to make sure we covered. I know there was a lot of people here. This is a great time to do it. So if you're looking for that stuff, this is a service we provide to you as viewers and watchers. Yes, these are affiliate links. Yes, we do pay bills with this stuff. But again, we also want to make sure these deals are quality. And if you guys have feedback, please reach out to tom@robeytech.com if you have things that you think we can do better to make it better. Anyway, guys, I hope that was it. We're going to get back to our build in just a few seconds. But any of these deals get you excited? Did you feel it in your loins as we were covering deals? Anything that you were like surprised about? I'd love to know also about CDK deals. Anything that you guys saw that was like, wow, that's awesome. Anything like that that you guys might have enjoyed. I'd like to open it up to chat, and I'll restart the music too while I'm at it. Music makes the heart go fonder. Where is it? Right there, okay. We'll minimize this, and we'll get the music going again. Good, good. Deep in the loins, I'm glad. Okay, guys, well, we're gonna get back to the build. Again, last thing I forgot to tell you guys about, we are giving away 2 RTX 3070s to 2 lucky viewers here on twitch.tv/Robeytech. If you want to get in on that, if you're over at twitch.tv/Newegg or youtube.com/Robeytech, or even hanging out on Facebook, pop on over to twitch.tv/Robeytech. Use your free Prime sub. The guy who actually won last month, who won the 3080 Ti, was a Prime subscriber. And he won with a single Prime sub. So drop your Prime sub, potentially walk away with one of the 2 GPUs. Now, if you want to get extra entries, you can do things like gift subs, which so many people have done. And the last thing you can also do is subscribing at Tier 2 and Tier 3, which gets you a ton of extra entries. So forgot to tell you about that. That's all the giveaways that are happening right now here on the show. Oh, minus also on @Robeytech Deals, we are giving away a 3070 Ti. All you got to do is like and follow. So that is also happening, and that ends next week, July 23rd. So there it is. Yeah, that PSU price, Jay Snatches, is a really good price. That's okay, Numberjack. You don't have to do that. I'm just telling you, it's an option. Does PCIe Gen 4 mean much for SSDs? Yes, it does from a game standpoint, specifically for loads, but it's more interesting for probably editing and other things. It's not as useful for gaming, but there's a lot that goes with really fast read times and write times. And the Samsungs actually have really good durability as well. So we're gonna get back to the build. Does a white 30? Yes, it does. There is a white ROG Strix 3080 Ti. How do I find your shop? I don't have a shop. You can just reach out to me on Discord, Kirk, if you want to reach out. On the 23rd of July is when we're closing that competition. Okay, let's get back to our build, guys. What do you guys say? Short and sweet, but you know what? Hopefully helped a few people save some money. How's that not a bad thing? It does exist, Prez. I tried to obtain a key. Well, the CDK deals. I literally just showed you on the show, William. It worked. It takes a little while for them to. It takes a little while for them to send it to you, like a couple minutes, but it does happen. I haven't had any issue, and like I said, they have 24-hour customer service. Yes, you can win with a gifted sub as well. Yes, we have had people who've won with gifted subs. Back when CKCC used to go on his tirades. Okay, let's go to top down and let's finish. Let's get this stuff hooked up. There it is. But do you need to be subbed? No, you do not need to be subbed to win any of the giveaways that happen on the stream today. The only thing that you need to be subbed for to win is the sub-only giveaway for the GPU. And all of our rules and regulations are over on our Discord channel, on our Discord, discord.gg/Robeytech. A3 Hennessy, if you win one, it's not through me. Hey, Clueless Guy, thank you very much. Welcome to the family. Get our little stickies out. Hey, thank you very much also for giving a gift and a gifted sub. That's awesome, Low Silence. Appreciate it. Jet Chayoff. Jet Chayoff just got a gifted sub. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Now what we're gonna do, guys, we're just gonna get all our RGB our RGB hooked up, plugged in, all that sort of stuff now. It's not quite. I think it started late today, Blondie, but I haven't seen the cooldown yet. So I've been paying attention, but it's very, very soon. We should be hitting it very soon. Okay, so what I did right now is I'm taking the rear exhaust fan and I'm gonna make that one. And then I put the RGB on one and the other one on one. This right here is our AIO. We're just gonna take this and plug that in. Well, actually not gonna do that yet until I get all the fans plugged in. Okay, so these are the two from our AIO. I'm gonna make these 2 and 3. There we go right there. Look at all those gifted subs. Appreciate you guys. Getting close to that 150 mark now. It is right there. Okay, next one. We're gonna put that into 3. Then this last one into 3. Okay, so there is all of our AIO is now completely hooked up, minus the main cable, but everything else is good there. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start hooking up our front fans. This is our front top. This is gonna be 4. I'm gonna put this into 4. Now, by the way, as you hook these things up, they do need to be in sequential order, just as an FYI. Yes, Julesworth, unfortunately, yes, you do need to be present for winning. Unfortunately. Okay, next one right here. It's gonna go in 5. Then we're gonna put this one in 5 right here. And last one, guys, last of the Mohicans, last of the connections, number 6 right here. There we go. And then last one down here. Thank you for all those subs, guys. Okay, so that's all done. Now what we're gonna do is we're basically just gonna mount this right here. And I'm gonna mount this right here, and then from here I'll just get all this craziness kind of under control. Are we learning to count? Did I teach you to count? Because if that's true, then yes. That was just a bonus for me. Wasn't planning on helping you learn to count, but if that's a world I was able to unlock, congratulations. The world is better. Is that you, Mr. Robey? Anub and Nbu 8366. Yes, this is Mr. Robey. Okay, cooldown for Hype Train is ready. Oh, good, Julesworth. Well, maybe you'll win something. Hopefully it'll be worth it. Hype Train's unlocked, guys. We're ready to go. Let's unlock that last 500 gig NVMe. It's up to you. Hype is available. Let's hype it. There we go. We got Nintendo 8-bit getting a gifted sub. People are starting to get it crazy. Red Dragon dropping 100 bits. We're just gonna get this stuck right. We're gonna stick it right here. Give it some size here, so in case they do decide to do an. Is that okay? Okay. Low silence. Thank you very much for that. Okay, guys. See if we can get it unlocked. Okay, what I'm gonna do right now is this is where we start making everything look pretty in the back. Not that you need to, but I want to. This is where the fun is. For me, anyway. Oh, there we go. What are the power requirements for a 3060 at 650 watts, 3060, 3060 Ti, 3070 at 750 watts, 3080 is 850 watts, and 1000 watts for a 3090 is what you recommend. Hopefully that helps you with your build. Hey, Schmillick, thank you very much for 5 gifted subs. He's kicking it off, guys. He said, let's do it. Let's make this magical. Okay, now what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead and run these cables. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run and just run one more zip tie here. Level 1. There we are, level 2 already. I'm gonna make it look pretty though. Don't worry. Oh, nice, Anubu, welcome. Well, thanks. I'll have to tell her which student were you. What was your name? Well, if you won't mind me sharing, and then I will let her know you stopped in and said hi. But yes, this is Mr. Robey. Okay. Look at all those. There we go. Derek dropping 100. Oh, I'm glad I try. I butcher a lot of names, I know. I don't try to, but I know I butcher some. Hey, Sternum, thank you very much for the gifted subs. Appreciate it, Sternum. Burke CG, thank you very much for the gifted sub as well. You guys are all awesome. There you go. Thank you for the gifted sub also from Alvin. Resubscribing, sorry, resubscribing. I did, the first time I did. Bullet hole. I called you butthole, I'm sorry. Okay, I will. I'll tell Raul will stop by. I'm Bull. Thank you. Oh, that was a long time ago. Yeah. Things have changed since then. Wilbert Mania dropping 5 gifted subs. Guys, we are getting close to that 150 sub mark now. Are we going to give away a 3060 today? Thank you very much, Wilbert. Appreciate it. Okay, just getting our things getting in here. Raul, I'll have to let her know. Raul from 2013. Hey, Steel Gator, thank you very much for Steel Gray Rider. Wow, like that. Steel Gray Rider, thank you very much for gifting 2 tier 1 subs. Red Dragon, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Wilbert Mania, thank you also for the 5 gifted subs. Sorry, Steel, I really got that wrong. And right after, you know what? Honestly, it was Butthole's fault. I mean, Bullet Hole. PC Guy, thank you very much for the sub, man. Welcome. Happy 5-month anniversary. There we go. Level 5, guys. Okay, so we've officially unlocked it. How high can we go, though? Remember, chance to get that 3070. Can we get... I'll tell you what. If we get to 1,000%... See, can we get to 1,000% today? We'll give away an Elgato capture card. If we get to 1,000%, we'll give away an Elgato capture card. Just for fun. Just for funsies. Hey, Tim Zen2, thank you very much for subscribing. 1 month of tier 3. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for 11. Thank you for tier 3. Okay, I'm just getting these in here and prepared. There we go. Mr. Brooks. Mr. I got that one right at least, I think. Watch, he's like, no, that's not how you say it. Oh, PC Guy 2018 dropping it. We got AC Band dropping, resubscribing for tier 1. We got Explicit. Thank you very much for your gifted sub. Torian Academy, thank you for your gifted sub. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get all these up here. 238%, guys. We can make it happen. I feel like a stream deck, or sorry, a capture card giveaways in the future, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these controlled, under control. Sub count right now is 161. Hey, Hennessy. What is who? Blonde? Is somebody watching Blonde? Red Dragon, thank you for the 1,000. Thank you very much. Correlate, thank you for the bit. Is somebody watching Blondie in the pool again? Because you guys are talking about Blondie being hot. What's going on there? Nobody watches Blondie in the pool with a drone. Saying she'll take care of that. She'll shoot that drone down. Prices are going to get back to normal, Big Noob. Time to get the hose. There you go. Oh, it's a running joke we've had on the channel for a long time. Well before I was doing streaming on here. Somebody was watching Blondie in her pool with a drone, and she like shot it down with a hose. So yeah, we got 1:20, guys. If we want to get that, if we want to unlock that capture device. And so it's just pretty funny that, sorry, we always joke about that, because like anytime people joke about Blondie, we always take out your drone. She's hardcore. Oh, but you're perfectly fine, Dan. True story. It is true story. We're not lying. Okay, there we go. So now we've got all this stuff done. Now I'm going to start working on pulling it down so I can put it into the spine. And this is just going to kind of make it look prettier. What I'm working on here. Find our... We're not going to pull it too tight. Hey, thanks, PC guy. Appreciate it. Okay, there we go. Now, as you do the cables, one of the things I will tell you is it's just about, as you kind of pull, well, I'm just going to need to, like, I know this looks like a rat's nest right now, but it will not when I'm done. Hive train done, guys. Thank you very much. 40 gifted subs, 6,000 bits. You guys are incredible. Thank you for the support. And honestly, it means a lot to me. It means a lot to my team. It means a lot to my family. So thank you. I do not take it for granted. I'm not one of, I try very hard never to be one of those streamers. Okay, what I'm working on right now is just to get this into the single spine setting here. Take some practice as we kind of figure out where these cables, like it's a little bit like needlework. I want to run this one up here, and then it's just about getting these straight. But one of the things I really appreciate specifically is trying to keep things at 90 degrees, because it ends up just making the cables look a lot cleaner and nicer. So that's what you'll see me do a lot, is just trying to keep cables at 90-degree angles. And then what you do is you kind of find these like little knots here, and then it starts to kind of come together. It's okay to pull them taut. Go. Okay, now we've still got a couple other cables down here that we're going to get under control. We got our USB cable that we got to plug in. We got power. We'll figure out, but we want to get these kind of controlled as well. This is just to keep it like clean and simple. I'm going to go ahead and pull and control this, but I am going to take this and put this up. That cable I can't really use. Okay, we're just getting our cables under control here. Okay, this one more time. Pushing this down. Go. Then what you do is once you kind of have these in, you can use the other like zip ties to kind of make things look a little bit cleaner. Okay, so we got one that we can fix right here for sure. Okay, cool. And cut these. And hey, €2. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, GR. And there you go. Now you've got a nice, clean-looking build up at the top. Things kind of spined out. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to control these little bits. And what I have a tendency to do here is just pull taunt to the back. Robot voice. Okay, hold on one sec, guys. Oh, hold on. There we go. Did that fix it? Nope. Okay, no. Okay, that's weird. Okay. Let's turn these back on then. Roger, roger. Roger, roger. Switch off my target. Yeah, switch off my target computer. Okay, well, I'm trying to figure out if, let's see if there's something else that's got weird here. Okay, let me go to the side here. This one has a tendency to get wacky. Sometimes it's just this. Hold on one sec, guys. We're going through the setup stuff. Okay, there we go. Did that fix it, or does it still sound bad? Still sounds bad. No, nope, still bad. Okay, let me try this. What else can we do here? Does that sound better? Yes? Does that sound, can you, yes, okay. Cool, okay, good. Awesome, well, we just reset it all and everything's fine. Okay, so we got all this stuff done. What we're gonna do real quick is just fix the, yay, good. Okay, what we're gonna do right now is we're just gonna fix this, get this kind of out of the way. I want the long one, I want short ones. Yay, good, I'm glad, guys. Thank you for sticking with it. Luckily, we got through that pretty quickly. We're just getting our cables here. Oh, actually, before I do that, let me go ahead and hook this up. Let me get that hooked up real quick. And this will get taken care of. Oh. I reset everything having to do with audio. I have a complicated audio setup. First thing I did, because what we've seen historically on my channel is the, oops, I put it in the wrong place. What I've seen historically on my channel is that the cam links mess with it, but this time the cam links did not do that. So once that didn't work, I just reset my, I have a Go XLR reset, and then I reset my F6, my Zoom F6, and my Sennheiser as well. So I just reset everything and just made sure everything worked. Okay, here we go. I'm just plugging in my USB. Again, there's only one empty hole here, so it's keyed only one way. Pretty straightforward to get plugged in. We'll get that plugged in right here. Just like that. By the way, I do need to update the giveaway stuff, so let me do that. This is wrong. We are at, where is my, okay. We're at 161. We're on our way towards an RTX 3060. We need 350. We have 161. There you go, right? Gonna verify that's right. Yep, okay, good. Got it right. Okay, there you go. Updated and ready for the next tier. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna go, so that's plugged in. So we plugged in our USB-C and we're good there. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and pop in. So what I'm gonna do now, just run all of these down here. And this is why I should have done this after. Whoopsie. Just now all the cables are plugged in. Yeah, let's run these right here. Just to keep these out of the way of the PSU, which is what we're doing here. There you go. What do you think of the newish MSI AIOs? I do like them for a couple reasons. One of the reasons I like them, PC Guy 218, is because the radiators, the pump mechanisms are actually built in the radiators, so installing them incorrectly is really hard because they're always at the top. They're always not at the top of the loop. Cooling seems fine. We haven't tested them in depth, but that's one of the reasons I do recommend it, especially if you're going to do like a non-standard build that requires like a unique AIO setup, if that makes sense. And then we're just going to shut that right there, and there you go. Now you've got a clean looking build there. That looks nice. Okay, cool. You're welcome. My pleasure. Glad I was able to answer. Okay, so as you can see now, what do you guys think? Looks pretty good, right? Nice little channels. Everything looks controlled. Thoughts? Little sound. Okay, there you go, Greg. Yeah, they do, Jay. New Chroma ARGB control. I haven't used it good now. What platforms will the winner be announced? It'll get announced on all of them. Everybody watching right now. Good. Good. Okay, everything is nice and clean. We just got this ready for PSU. Let's turn this over. Guess what? We're on the fun part, guys. GPU time. Build looks clean in the front as well, which is what we all love. Everybody loves clean builds, right? Clean builds. Okay, let's grab our wow stick. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out these two screws. Maybe. Wow. Stick. Wow stick. You know what? Honestly, the Drew, I didn't see. I was in LA at the time from when it was happening. I did ask if people had died, but I don't know. So I can't confirm that. But I wouldn't be surprised because it was really hot. Hey, thanks, Zeke. Zek or Zeke? What was the funnest build someone commissioned you to do, and what made it so fun? Honestly, I'd say Bad Rhino's build was a lot of fun. Bad Rhino's build was was in the Cougar Conquer case. It was for his son, and that was a lot of fun. I would also say that the build that I did for Sir Magellan, as hard as it was a lot of fun because there was a lot of trial and error with that, which made it entertaining. I think it's not like I don't mind doing builds like this, but builds like this are they're kind of they just work. And the thing is a lot of times, like, I think people really enjoyed that stream because there was a lot of trial and error and stuff like that. The last one was the $10,000 build. God, it was fun, but man, it was stressful. It was stressful. Yeah, Deadmau5 was a lot of fun too. I like those builds, but that's not a build. That's just an experience. You know what I mean? So, hey guys, let's get our AIO out. I mean, our GPU out here. Hey, what's up, Revolutions? How are you, man? Welcome. Okay, here we go right there. Opening up our 3070. Boom. GPU, sure, we can do that. We can do a GPU shift. Hey, thank you very much, Good Now, for the kind subs, 2-tier community subs. Here we go. We got our installation guide. Put that in there. And what else we have? Okay, here we go. You know what? I don't think I've ever sniffed a GPU. Maybe I have, but there it is right there. There's our beautiful RTX 3070. Put that back on. And there it is. Okay, here is our RTX 3070 right here. Ooh, those do not smell good. Those do not smell good at all. I don't know what they smell like, but they don't smell good. Hey, PC guy, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. Zolvan, thank you for the gifted sub. And Jur, thank you for the community sub as well. Here we go, we're just gonna do the peels here. Doesn't smell like power. I don't know what that smell was. It was an interesting smell, though. Okay, there's our peel right there. You never know, PC. You never know. CKCC could jump in here. Drop 100 subs. He's done it before. It's the tie. Oh man, who remembers that? That was like trigger happy. It's just a regular 3070. It's not the tie version. Okay, so we got those peels ready. We got one more set of peels here. There it is right there. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off our plastic bits here, plastic bits here. There we go. Now, one of the things I want to let you guys know on the For the Win 3, something that's interesting, and a lot of people don't know this, is that there is actually a fan and RGB controller. Hey, thank you very much, man, GR Panda, appreciate it. There is actually a fan controller and an RGB controller built into the GPU. Now, this fan controller will actually control the fan curve based on the needing for cooling. So if they're using like a DF700, P200A, Li & Li LAN Cool Mesh, you can actually use the fan controller here at the bottom to actually control those fans. And the same with RGB, which you can use the EVGA Precision software to do that. The other thing too is then on the For the Win 3s, they actually do also have a toggle switch for overclock and normal as well. So you actually have 2 BIOSes on these GPUs. So let's get them popped in. Hey, Dono, who is the Dono? Oh, was it Super Chat or was it Dono? Was it Super Chat or Dono, Blondie? Okay, let's go to top down here. Here we go. Yeah, they're very high right now. Oh, it's a Super Chat. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, cool. Yes, I did see that one. I want to make sure. Thank you for helping me catch those. Can we give a shout out to our mods? Can we give a shout out to our mods and our tech specialists who just make sure things run smoothly? I have not seen Loki. I've watched one episode. I'm going to watch it on the plane this weekend, so no spoilers, please. Not that I hopefully don't read them, but yeah. Yeah, big shout out to the mods, man. Incredible support from everybody but mostly Martinez. Mostly Martinez, we're gonna have to have a conversation with you, but everybody else was fine. Whoa. I just like the... There we go. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to watching it this weekend, or on the plane. I should be able to finish it. It's the last episode just happened, right? Yeah. No spoilers on Harry Potter. I haven't seen it yet. I did enjoy Black Widow. I saw that this weekend. Okay, there we go. GPU is in and ready to go. Oh, no, this Wednesday. Okay, good. Yeah, it's this week, right? Yeah, yeah. We haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna binge it all this weekend. I mean, over while I'm doing Mod Monday. Hey guys, so GPU is now installed. We're gonna get it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our cable extensions to get our, just basically get everything power hooked up. Then we install our PSU, and then this build is actually ready to go. Actually very close to finish now. So let's grab our cable extensions. We're using Asia Horse cable extensions, which I absolutely love. Yoda dies! Man, come on. I said no spoilers. Performance is the difference between the tie and the not tie. There you go, Tom. There you go. Tom 3D2 is perfect right there. CPU is the Ryzen 7 5800X and the B550F Gaming Wi-Fi 6 edition. No, unloved homie, why? I've watched half of the Bad Batch right now, Super Crunch. No, I don't take dares like that. It's like torturing me. Okay, there you go. Oh, this is this a double CPU one? Yes, crud. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can find a non-double. I'm gonna go see if I can find a non-double CPU one, guys. One sec. This is not a good one for. This is for the 3-pin versions. I'm gonna go see if I can find a non-double CPU one. I love some anime. Like I like mecha anime. Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can find a non-double CPU. One. Okay, what do we got here? You're black. There we go. That's perfect. Non-double CPU. That was easy. Staples would say. That was easy. Okay, now we're doing it right. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. Ooh, calm down, Robes. Okay, so we need this one. We need this one. And we need this one. And we need this one. Okay, we don't need these. Don't need those. Don't need those. Have you seen Ready Player One? Yes, like it's one of my son's favorite movies. I love the book. I heard the second book sucks though. I have not seen it. They need a stock cooler recycling plan. Yeah, they probably do. I mean, there aren't a lot of stock coolers anymore. If you like the book, watching the movie is the book is better than the movie, my opinion, but I like the movie. Oh, I know. I'm so excited. Ted Lasso. I'm the Ted Lasso of PC building. That's what I want to be. And you know what I loved is like I had Ted Lasso respond to me. I don't know if there's going to be a second one. I mean, oh, GPU stock cooler. Oh yeah, I have a couple too. Hey, AIO7, thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, the first book was great. It was one of those things where I started reading it and everybody's like, oh, and then I like just couldn't stop. But the movie just, it had to fill, it like was hard to get some of the concepts in the book into the movie. I think Steven Spielberg did a good job though. Poncho, come on, with all the spoilers. Man. Poncho should get banned for spoiling. Unloved Homie, it's one of my favorite series. I love it. It's on Apple TV. Absolutely great series. AIO is the H100 Capellix. It's right down here at the bottom. Right there is the USB cable that you dread plugging into the motherboard. Pretty straightforward. Oh, the USB 3 one is right there. I hate that one. Right there. Annoying. Hate it. Okay. Okay, there's our cable. It starts to get hefty. There we go. Beautiful, I might add. Beautiful, I might add. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's get our PSU cable in. We got uno PSU cables. Nice, I like that. Harry Potter and the Curse of the Arthritis. You know, rumor is that Harry Potter is going to be redone for HBO. Like, I was like, I don't know, your opinion, too soon? Curious. I think it's too soon for a Harry Potter reimagining already. Yeah, way too soon, right? Okay, that was my opinion as well. Okay, so we've plugged in our PSU cable. It doesn't say 3070. I looked. You got me. I looked. I was like, no, it doesn't. You had me. I was like, wait, what? I heard it was a reboot, but yeah. Okay, well, they said a series around Hogwarts. Well, that makes more sense. Nobody asked the Robeytech community. They should have. I do watch anime. Okay, let's be clear. I have watched anime. I watch it in chunks. Like, I watch like Cowboy Bebop. I've watched like a lot of Macross. I'm getting ready to start Gundam, but I can't say I'm an anime watcher. But yeah. I get that, Chili. The books were amazing. I liked them too. Oh, what's going on here? Come on, get in there. Thank you. Okay, we're just putting putting cable combs on. Always fun. I'm starting with Kevin, who's our tech guy, our lead tech guy. He gave me some recommendations. I'm not sure. I would mess it up, and I don't want to pretend like I know. But yeah. I've never watched One Punch Man. Witcher, yes. I'm excited about Witcher. Who saw the preview? That looks great. And I'm finally gonna play the dang game, I think. Like, I've played it a couple times, but I'm actually excited with the next gen reboot. And I love Henry Cavill's just, you know what? Henry Cavill's awesome. Yeah, it looks awesome. I agree. I'm excited about that. Yeah, the preview's legit. I know, that would actually be cool, Mech. Like, I thought it'd be cool to see like a modern day Harry Potter. I mean, not that Harry Potter was not modern, but it would be cool to see some of the other schools. There's supposed to be tons of schools. Who's going to be playing Battlefield? Ooh, I've never heard of Knights of Magic. Okay, here's a super unpopular opinion. My favorite COD was the one in space. I loved it because I love sci-fi, and that one I've replayed that campaign like 30 times. The Jackal, which is like an F20, yeah, Infinite. Oh, I loved Infinite. I'm sorry, Cole. Oh, man. What did I do here with this? What the? There's like some sort of magical spell I've put on this thing? Okay. I loved Infinite, yeah. I love sci-fi, and that game, That game, when you were like, when it opened and you were like on Jupiter, on your rope, I mean, it was like, I was like, I am in love. Hey, thank you very much, PC Guy. Man, you're hooking me up today, dude. Super appreciate it, man. All the support. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice. Nice, Poncho. Okay, okay, Poncho. You've been hanging out with me too much. If you're into that one guy, if you're into space, then it was worth it. That was just. But if you're not into space, then probably may not be a thing. Yeah. Okay. I just got to put one more little thing in. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. Final Fantasy VII. Though I like now, like with Asmongold playing 14, like I'm actually half tempted. Like Renee told me that 14 is like, it's like a single player Final Fantasy game with MMO elements. I love the Final Fantasy games. Did anybody watch Asmongold? Curious. What games am I going to play? I'm going to play Battlefield for sure. I'm definitely going to play Breath of the Wild 2. I'm going to play... I want to play Sea of Thieves, with the new content. Yes, of course, I'm going to play Halo Infinite. That'd be kind of weird. Yes, I'm going to play Halo Infinite. I'll finish the campaign for Halo Infinite. Getting the... There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, so I think we have everything ready for the PSU, guys. Looks good, don't you think? How's the build look? You guys impressed? Happy? Yeah, I just want to play through it. I love the Pirates of the Caribbean series, and so I'm excited to give it a go. Final Fantasy VIII? I liked Final Fantasy VIII. It was good. It was good. Final Fantasy VIII was good. Okay, let's turn this over so we can get our PSU in. Not a lot left to do, guys. Okay, let's get a couple more. Run all this stuff here in a minute, but everything is like prepared for the last part. Okay, let's go over here and get our GPU in. I mean our PSU. Do you like Call of Duty? Yeah, I do. I do like Call of Duty. I'm bummed that I need to play through the current. I've like started to play through the campaign for the last one a couple times. Man, just haven't really had a chance to sit down and play through it. I don't know either, Dead Bones, but I'm glad you're back. I did play a little bit, but we played really early on when it was super broken, so we haven't gone back. I did enjoy Borderlands. Friend Cullen, we used to be the community manager on that. I have a lot, Super Crunch. I don't play it much anymore, but I did a ton. Galaxy of Heroes. I played it when it first came out. I spent a lot of money on that game. Okay, I need one of those. I prefer to use all... I doubt they're going to give me a bunch of singles, so I'm guessing I'm going to be using doubles. I had to guess. That one looks like a single. That is actually a single. Okay, that's good. Let's see if I can find one more single. Don't need that. Oh, I got two singles. Yes. Okay, I'm happy. Okay, so this I don't need. This I don't need. Just putting all my spare PSU stuff inside the motherboard. I need my CPU cable, not that one. Anybody else see? I'm excited. I'm excited about Eternals for Marvel as well. I did enjoy Black Widow. Mitch Mendoza, there are so many videos that I've made to help you through that, man. I'm hoping one of those will be the best thing. Is just watch my build videos, or I build so many PCs that more than likely there's probably a stream that has your stuff between those two things worth that hopefully help you get through. I'm actually excited about Selma Hayek, Norris Forward. Have you played Power Wash Simulator? No, I've played PC Build Simulator. What do you think is the best full tower case for less than 200? I do not know. I don't do a lot of full tower case builds. Yeah, Shang-Chi does look really good too. Okay, here we go, guys. New PSU, the 750GA. Hey, what's up, Casey? How are you, man? Yeah, Shang-Chi looks really good. Here we go. Oh wow, that doesn't smell. That doesn't smell so bad. That's actually pretty light. It's a light smell. That's a light smell. That's a light, like this would be like if you wanted just a light smell, like maybe like you just needed to put your bathroom and just make it smell a little bit less PSU-ish, then this one isn't so bad. Hey, what's up, Poff? Welcome. Monkuru, all of that stuff is also covered in my build videos. My step-by-step guides talk about all that stuff. Hey, YouTube, congratulations. You guys have reached it. That means we're going to give away 2 community giveaways. Hey, we're over 1,000 concurrents again. It's been a while since we've actually had 1,000 concurrent. Did it twice in this stream. That's awesome. Welcome, everybody. I missed you. Oh, thank you, 39. I didn't know off the top of my head the cost, but that is a great case. Yes, I do love doing this, Nikki. I really do. I really love building. If I couldn't do this if I didn't, to be honest. I do not play it as much. I do not. To be fair, I play it when they play it on Mod Mondays, but it's not like a game I go to just to play for fun. I really did enjoy playing with my friends. I've always been like a Mercy and oh man, what's his name? The guy with the sound. Really enjoyed playing both of those 2 characters. But yeah. Lucio, that was it. Thank you. Yeah, Lucio. But I don't play it all that much anymore. No. To be honest, I jump from game to game so frequently. Right now I'm playing, oh my gosh. Game from Namco Bandai just came out with action RPG series, and I cannot think of the name of it. I'm glad you like it, Carpilio. I don't mind when I drink tequila, baby, I still feel ya. I don't mind country music. No, it wasn't Tales of Arise. Dang it, what is the name of it? What are you doing now with the PSU? Do you know which sides get plugged in? Yeah, I can. Oh, sorry, I thought it was on top down. I'll show you guys. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, here's the cables that I'm plugging in. I'll scoot it over so you guys can see. So I plugged in my SATA connection, which is, again, they're labeled, but I knew what I needed. I needed 1 SATA. So I needed 2 VGA, which are these VGA 1 and 2. These 2 are my 8 pins for my GPU. I needed 2 of these. And then I needed a single CPU cable, which is right here. And then finally, this is our 24-pin ATX cable. This is for the motherboard. But yes, I did know what I needed. And basically, as I'm installing it, the reason I know which side it goes in is because they all only go in one way. And they're usually labeled. If you look on the top, they'll actually label PSU for most of them. And then like for CPU, even though it says CPU here, it only goes, it only says CPU here. It only goes in one way. It can't go in the other way. So you guys, I guess you're not being able to see that. But see how it says PSU, CPU, SATA. Same thing on the VGA, but they only plug in one way, so there's no wrong. It's hard to plug them in wrong. You have to really work at it. And when you install this into the case, the fan is going to go down. Okay, and so that's how you're going to know you're going to put it in. So it's just going to go fan down. It slips in just like that. And you'll notice that a lot of my cable management, when I put these in here, the reason that these cables are like this and controlled like this is because you want to have a lot of room just to be able to have your PSU just slip in nicely. So, oh. So yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly go ahead and get our PSUs screwed in to our side camera, so you guys can enjoy the content. Enjoy the content. Enjoy. Are you not entertained? There we go. Okay, now let's grab our stuff. Make sure we get these in the right plugs. There. There we go. And one more. Okay, there we go. Okay, there it is. Now that's all screwed in, ready to go. Let's go ahead and go back to top down and let's finish these last couple cables, guys. Ugh. How much was that screwdriver? Can we get a link? I don't actually know off the top of my head. Now I'm gonna have to watch Gladiator. That's funny. Okay, so here's what we have left for cables. The first one I always start with is our CPU, which is the split one right here. 37 buckaroos, there you go. Buckaroo is US dollars, just so you know. Tigger is very, very cavalier. So I use A7 Mark III's PDACI. They're all DSLRs. I have four A7 Mark III's that are all plugged into CamLink. I just actually got this, the CamLink Pro, which allows me to do 4 HDMI inputs for multi-channel stuff. So I'm gonna be using this, replacing, I literally have too many CamLinks. This is gonna help with that tremendously. I don't have a preference. I mean, AMD is by far the best performant, but Intel has compatibility, and there's a lot of things for overclocking that Intel just does a whole lot better still. But AMD's catching up. They really are. And so I'm not anti-AMD. I love AMD. I have AMD builds. My streaming PC is an AMD. And then I also have Intel builds. But I'm just kind of I like tech. I like whatever makes me happy. Whatever I feel like. So I don't really get possessive about, like, I'm only going to use this or this, because that has a tendency not to work for me. Hey, thank you for the tip, man. Appreciate it. Integrated GPU means GPU shortage is not a problem. I wish that was true. I want people, like, the good thing is like now people have choices. That's something that we didn't have before, and I'm grateful for AMD, and honestly, I hope Intel steps to the plate, because honestly, there is a world that if they don't, get their crap in order, then people won't have a choice, right? So, competition breeds, in the world of competition, the consumer wins. I'm sure there's more too, but looking at benchmark results for 3030, win some, losses, some compared with the 1080 Ti. I find it interesting not knowing GPU specific. Does it have to do with how the internal connections are laid out, optimized, or just technology? It's technology types. Those are two very different technologies between the 1080 Ti and the 3060. 3060 is like CUDA, and it's like tensor cores. There's a lot more to it and different. But yes, there are some wins and losses. Again, when you're looking at 1080 Ti, you're probably wanting to look at a 3060 Ti would be good for a 3080 Ti. Hey, Red Pyramid Head, thank you very much for the gifted subs, man. You are a rock star. Okay, what I'm working on now is just getting my cable managed. So this is what I'm working on. Okay, so that was GPUs. GPUs are plugged in. Now I'm going to take our SATA cable, our single one that is super critical to the success of America. Not really, but I like to make it think it is. You're welcome. Okay, we're just going to zip tie this one and shove this one in there too. Honestly, either. I mean, honestly, you're going to, like, you can't tell, like we're doing a video right now, but we've had some eSport pros come and play. They can't tell the difference. Realistically, depending on what game you're going to play, you're not going to see a big difference between the two. They're both great for gaming. If you can get AMD and you just want to know that you have the most powerful, AMD is the most powerful, hands down. But Intel is cheap. Intel is super cheap right now. You can get 11900K for 490 bucks. Okay, here we go. And that is nothing to shake a stick at either. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and cool this, get this side. Okay guys, build is done. Okay. We're gonna have some cable training just for that one cable, but cables look good. They're all nice and clean and down there, nice and solid. Okay, go ahead and start putting our build back together. Back to you, back to you. Okay, let's get this put away. Oh. Ugh. There we go. Oh. How's our build? Ugh. Here we go. Okay. Oops, put it the right way. There's that one. We got our dust filter now. Put that on. Dust filter is on. And now, there it is. Okay. There is our build. Bring it up. So you're saying GPU sag. Let me take a look. Not really. Hold on one second. I think that's a trick of the eye. Like looking at it, I don't know. If there is, you can get a sag bracket if you wanted it for sure. Okay, let's turn it on though. Oh. I always do. Oh, that's cool. So on this EVGA GPU, sorry, I want to show you something. You know, like on most of the time, if you look at it, it'll be hard to show, but this actually says off on. instead of 1 and whoa, hello, that's weird. Get that fixed. Look at that. That's green. No, it's still green. Huh. Okay, well, let's go. Anyway, on the back cable, I don't know what's going on there. On the back cable here, the power supply, instead of 1 and 0, actually says on and off, which is pretty cool. I just wanted to share that with you. So that's unique. I haven't seen that. Okay, turning it on. And there it is. And there go the fans. And just like that, we have a build. That looks great. I think I really like that. That really came out clean. Unicorn poop for sure. There you go. We'll give you a side view there so you guys can see the, oh, sorry, wide view there. Not the green. Sorry, going back, hold on, wide view. There you go. You can see those beautiful fans sitting right there. There's the fan spinning, and then of course you've also got the, there you got right there, and there's the build right there. So it looks really good. And we'll give it like the 3/4 view for you. So. Okay. Well, guys. Oh, and by the way, it does post. We'll see if this shows up. We're going to check to see if it posts, but it is posted. I see both M.2s, Ryzen 7 5800X. We'll see if it shows up. Is it going to show up? Oh, I'm going to, this is not right. Oh, I want to see if that one shows up. Hold on. Let's get rid of, let's put that one back on and hide. Anyway, it does post. I need to get that fixed. Okay, so anyway, guys, we are there and the build is done. Okay, so let's talk about what's going to happen for the rest of the night. So there's not a lot. We're actually very close. It's 8:51 p.m. Couple things. One, we're going to do these last couple giveaways. So we got 2 giveaways we're going to do. But I want to remind people, we're going to give away 2 500 gig NVMe SSDs, and we're going to give away a $150 Newegg gift card. We did not hit that 3060 mark one time this week. I'd like to see if we can go. So all that sort of stuff. Whoa, hello. Yeah, so we're going to be giving away that $150 Newegg gift card. So those are the giveaways we're going to be doing now. We're going to start those in just a second. Big shout out to my community, both Twitch and YouTube and Facebook. All of you guys, including those of you who are at twitch.tv/Newegg. I appreciate you guys being here, being a part of this every time. Turbo Drew, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You guys are incredible. Super appreciate you and just being here. It's love to see. It's good to see over 1,000 people here again. I know that we have some. It's summer downtime right now, and so I know a lot of people. I know it means something for you to tune in. After the stream, we are going to be hosting somebody. So we always go and find somebody to raid. This is our way of finding some smaller streamer who doesn't get 600 or 700 or 800 people in their stream. Bless them, let them have a great night. So the only thing I ask, if you wouldn't mind just sticking around for a little bit, give them a follow, just say hi, be part of the hype. It means a lot to them. I mean, we've had guys cry, we've had girls cry. It means a lot. So it's pretty cool to get to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the first giveaway. Again, entry point for this is going to be ! community. Don't spam it, just enter it once. We're going to give away 2 500 gig NVMe's, and Blondie's going to draw both of those. We're starting that giveaway in just a second. Okay, so giveaway is starting right now. ! community. ! community. And we're starting that giveaway right now, guys. 500 gig NVMe. Don't spam, guys. You just need to enter once. Okay, giveaway's going now. Appreciate you guys. Build came out great. Raquel, what did you think? You happy? That's a beautiful build. We'll get it all set up. I'd love you to DM me, Raquel, and let me know what color you'd like us to set your stuff for when we set it all up. Let us know what color. Oh my gosh, I'm so sore from Orange Theory. Whew. Send it over and getting parts, man. Whew. Oh, my legs are sore. It was a strength day today. Ugh. Gotta lose all this weight. They keep calling me fat. Ugh. It's mostly this guy Tom saying that to me. Ugh. 2 minutes, guys. We're still doing that giveaway. Get your chance in to enter. Don't spam. Calm down there, Robey. Picking up all the boxes off the floor. Get them in the recycle area. Ooh. There we go. Okay. See if we got winners yet. Usually takes me a couple minutes. And that build looks good. Just saying, that build looks pretty. Okay, looks like we got 20 seconds left, guys. 20 seconds left. Finish my ice. You know what I like? Find my phone here a sec. I will tell you this. I'd love to get your opinion on this. 4 seconds. I'd love to get your opinion. I think this vibe for ending just ends up looking a lot better. I'd love to know your thoughts. Here we go. What do you guys think? I like this vibe here at the end. Yeah, it's just kind of like a nice, like it makes the K thing. Okay, congratulations to Andrew. Andrew over on YouTube and Pray I'm Good over on Twitch. Yeah, I like that cozy. It's like nice, right? Like it gets a little darker. I don't have to worry about as much about building it. There. Edwin's like, can you just get off screen and turn your shelf black? Drafaz! What is going on, buddy? Thank you for the 14 gifted subs. You are the man. I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Good. I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, it's like a great way to end it. You know what I mean? It's not as bright and all that sort of stuff, which I think ends up looking a little bit nicer. There you guys get another little kind of look right there at the fans. Okay. Let us do the last giveaway. We're going to $150 Newegg gift card now, guys. $150 Newegg gift card. This is for one winner. We're going to be drawing one winner. Entry point for this is a huge shout out to Newegg, who's a massive sponsor. So exclamation point Newegg now. And we're starting that giveaway right now. $150 Newegg gift card. Don't spam, guys. Don't spam. You don't have to spam. Starting that giveaway right now. 2 minutes. Kind of picking up our workspace now, putting everything away. So I can go eat some food. Forgot to eat dinner again. Like a genius, and so I'm a little hungry. I don't know what I'm gonna eat tonight. Figured out yet. Like 9 o'clock, so it can't be too crazy. There we go. Parts for shipping. There you go. GPU and CPU. GPU and motherboard. Put these back in the storage room. 1 minute, 13 seconds, guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try this just because we have 1 minute, 13 seconds, guys. We're gonna run a break because why not? Let's try this. We're gonna run an ad. It's a giveaway. Okay. Magic carpet ride. Okay. Magic carpet ride. Okay. Yeah, you won't see it. It's okay. I might as well. It's fine. We might as well do it again. Just trying to help the cause with something that I was reminded that I never do. 4 seconds remaining. It always lines up. Okay. Now before we go and pick our winner, guys, don't forget we're gonna raid Magic Carpet Ride tonight. So please just stick around. Give them a little love, give them a little follow, make their days a little bit special. I'd super appreciate it. Next stream is Wednesday. It may be tomorrow, but it's at least Wednesday. So it might be tomorrow, depending on what's happening with Mod Monday. I will let you guys know. Stay tuned to Twitter at Robeytech. That's the best place to know when streams are going to happen, but I will give you guys the full shindig first thing tomorrow morning. We're going to be rating somebody. We're going to pick our winner. Our winner is Algebra Bruh. Algebra Bruh over at Twitch. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Algebra. Go ahead and reach out to Blondie. We are going to raid Magic Carpet Ride. Thank you again for an awesome stream. I really hope you guys had a great time. Really enjoyed doing the build. Super shout out to everybody who donated, who gifted, who super chatted. All of you guys are incredible, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the next show. Okay, getting ready to raid Magic Carpet Ride. Have a great night, guys, and love you very, very much. Magic Carpet Ride. Magic Carpet Ride. Playing Knockout City. Here we go, guys. How many people can we get? Can we get 300 or 400? 300, 375, 400. Thank you very much for the 425 of you. Rating now. Bye, guys. Have a great night.